Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Link to the Past Randomizer Plantathon. Tonight we have New Life 88, Dark Shadows 59, WaltherIV, and Rachlend playing the Scenic group by PhantomFox. I am Wolfling06700. Joining me is the dev, PhantomFox, and also my main co-commentator, UltraX. How's it going, you two?
Doing fine.
I'm doing well, and I'm excited to see how everyone enjoys this run.
Alright, so the Scenic route. I can already tell just by the name that this is going to be a long one, isn't it?
A little bit there. It's designed into three main parts, with the last part being the most entertaining and interesting one for all of our viewers here. But yes, it will take a little bit there. This is no Jet C by any bit, but that does not mean I am not considerate to the runners there. So, well, you'll see what I mean in just a bit.
Alright. We're waiting for the gun to be fired in IRC. We only have these four runners going at it here. So this should be a good race. A lot of things people want lamp or moonport on bed. UltraX, what troll do you want to see?
I'm not sure exactly. Either Pet or Ganon, one or the other or both.
I mean, I'm an old school runner of this. I'm gonna go with the classic. I just run a required Turtle Rock.
Ooh, that would be pretty mean too.
But,
and I must mention as well that I have no name, aka IHNN, did help me with the logic on this one a whole lot there. He did a lot of the legwork for this.
Yes. And we should also mention, folks, just a little bit of heads up. This is on version 28, I believe. And
that is correct.
And this will be a Keysanity seed.
Ooh, lovely.
So, keys are going to be shelved all around the overworld, not just in their dungeons. Runners will not be able to check their maps on the overworld for any pendant or crystal information until they check either they find a map or they check Sarasa or the bomb shop. Compasses will tell them how many items are left in the dungeon, but are mostly useless. And we have a countdown, so
let's get started, everyone.
Let's hope this is the right seed.
And we're starting out.
Alright. Sanctuary. We got the flute and the mirror.
Ooh, both good starting items.
Yes, I did give them the flute out at the very beginning. You are going to need it.
Oh boy. Early duck call.
We shall get this a swag duck momentarily. Yeah, it's a shame we don't have Dr. Poptesky on the mic here. But there's always hope for next time. Poultry! Just hearts.
Pretty good for health.
Yeah, we see two people. Go on.
It looks like Dark Shadows looks like he's doing a hundo. Or not hundo,
Houlihan!
I had the right H starting letter, everything else I botched.
And it looks like they failed it.
And they were supposed to go in and out first.
Yeah, that's the way to set up consistently. And
Is this even randomized?
yeah, that was randomized. Because he didn't this is not Uncle Assured from version 29. Although I can't help but think that our dev here placed that. And a glove for Rachlend at the deep side out.
And it looks like it was a big key at Lumberjack. So that may or may not be an important big key.
Oh.
This is a plantathon, keep that in mind.
Yeah, any big key is important. The only two that are not are the swamp and the Skull Woods big key. Oh, also the ice palace if you plan to do the skip. And there's a map. We had the map to Skull Woods.
Now, I didn't really place the maps and compasses all that much there, so I'm interested to see where they landed there, because I did not remember them all by hand there. But yes, the seed does start out pretty generous there, because the main event will be starting in a bit. Well, one of the first sets.
And right us in the chat boat says WaltherIV has released the duck.
All rise.
Timing.
All right, we've got Walther heading into Blind's hut. There, you're gonna see what goodies that we've placed down there.
I mean, quite the blind grab.
And they have a piece of heart. Smoking the Thieves down. That's actually an important one. Flippers.
Single rupee. Gotta get something in your wallet.
Oh, there's a 30 right here in none of these pots, along with a heart container. Very nice. A little extra survivability doesn't hurt.
Nope. Not at all. Especially this early on.
And this is smart here by Rachlend. She's going to use a bomb here at this shed. And there are actually 4 single bombs underneath there. And I was looking away. I did not see what they got there. 5 rubies, blue boomerang, a piece of heart. I missed the 4th item.
Yeah, same here.
And a bomb booster.
Wasn't much. Still, a lot of blue items right out the gate.
And there's New Life activating their flute. And some more bombs. For Dark Shadows at the bar.
And that was probably confiscated.
No, you're not allowed to blow up all the alcohol. Give that here.
Hey, I don't drink, so.
Same.
I'm gonna stay away from that. Oh, chicken clip. Heck yeah, that looked good. Into the second room at least. Right in the wall. Nice.
It's gonna be hard. Oh, he's getting
He pulled it out of the wall. Nice.
Oh,
I approve of that one. Alright, we'll see what this first item is on Rashland's end. Because we both missed it, apparently.
Yep,
It was...
Well,
the 10 bomb booster.
It wasn't anything important, because I didn't notice the inventory change much. So,
Yeah.
more bombs are more bombs, especially this early. That's helpful.
So everyone seems to be doing the same start, roughly.
Yeah, in general, most of the first clears follow similar routes there, but well, it's more of an interesting thing on what they end up getting there. But yeah, as I mentioned, this is a pretty generous start, but let's see where it goes from here.
Only way it can be any more generous is a starting bow, but didn't really get.
No, boots. Boots would be a nice start, because you can just dash all the way across the land.
True, but they're also cursed.
Also, I just realized Scenic would also imply that we are having a bootless seed.
Ooh, that'd just be rude.
We have someone who knows, but they're not going to tell us. And
I think this is like cue to ominously laugh or something. I don't know.
I keep missing what's in the library.
I did miss what was at library too.
Race game isn't that much. It's just bombs, so.
Yep, flying away. Library has a sword, according to our tracker, ipicYoshi. Thank you for, once again, shout out for them for doing this. Our Restreamer, by the way, is also Yonniman, and our other tracker is epicYoshi64.
Let's
Is
see
that
what's at the.
Walther in the dam?
Let's see what's at the damn dam.
See what you did there. And that's a big 300. That'll be Zora money for Dark
And a
Shadows.
compass to Swap Palace. Not the right place.
I can't help but feel that that was on purpose.
I did not place the maps or the compasses, but I'm happy where that one ended up.
It fits at least.
Yeah, it fits. Alright, so we're going to see our first look at Mini Moldrum here on Walther the Fourth's end.
Let's see how bad these mold arms can be troll arms.
Well, they have a sword, so won't have any issues.
Even so, 2-for-1 bomb kills, they're always nice.
Very nice. Drop from Yonniman.
And not using the boomerang to get those bombs.
I forget they have it. Heart container.
Map.
Map to Eastern.
20
Big
bucks.
20. Another map to Dark Palace. Wow. Synergy. And there's the other glove.
Oh,
What?
right. Walter's not gotten the first glove. Where was that one at? The other glove we saw.
I think that was...
That one was at the Thieves' Hideout.
Yeah.
Ah,
And oh yeah, that's right. It's a big key. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, all right. Yonniman, got it.
So right away we've got access to Titan's mitts there, although no one has gotten both gloves as of yet. Flippers, the mirror, and the flute, as well as a boomerang there. Is everyone going to go from here?
If it were me, I'd probably.
issue. I would say maybe either the big ones would be. That's okay. Would be
It's checkerboard. You have everything you need to go to Checkerboard Cave.
checkerboard anywhere in desert, most likely, or in
Well, you can't do anything in Mire because you don't have the Moon Pearl yet.
Yeah, we got Rachlend picking up the flute a little bit late, but still good to have.
Commentators became robots.
I think
Beef
my internet.
poop?
I think my internet crapped out there for a moment. Sorry.
Yeah.
Are we all better now?
Should be
Hopefully.
fine. Should be fine. Just do one thing real quick. That's dope.
All right, we're seeing Agana from Dark Shadows.
Well, Agina, or I'm never quite sure what the proper pronunciation on that is. Just a compass.
These items have been unrealistically close to their initial dungeons, and we're seeing the back of Escape here. 20 heart 20.
Not much.
We've got New Life being the first person with Titan's mitts there. Now, with the Titan's mitts and the flutes there, let's see where New Life goes next.
I mean, the Mire is the obvious play.
Promise,
But,
Moon Pearl.
Might go to Ice Rock Cave first. No, they're going. Yeah, they're going to Ice Rock Cave. I flinched.
Walter's doing the blind jump to get the old man out of the cave.
Yeah, this is not that bad of a sequence break.
No. And it's a good war point.
Oh, be careful there, New Life. Those scraps do 2 hearts of damage.
Pinchy, pinchy.
Just make sure to hit their weak point for massive damage.
I haven't
All
heard
these
that one yet on
dragon
commentary.
grabs.
I haven't heard that one on commentary. And the island
Has
no
compass.
No
Not
one's gonna be
worth it.
grabbing that.
Old man has a key to Ganon's tower. Useful, but not for a while.
Also
Yeah.
very suspicious, old man. Why do you have a key to that place of all places?
He wandered out of the jail cell with it, and he kept it in his hand.
Rachel's checking the hobo.
I mean, that makes sense. We do have the
Yep.
flippers after all.
Easy check.
Only a big 20 there.
And New Life is right behind him. Going to be checking that out as well, getting some pocket change.
Spot the garage not even randomized.
Nope. Its inside is, though, with that 3 hundo.
Be
Walter
good.
might pick up that heart piece if they've been keeping count. Because if that's their 4 hearts, that'll be a refill.
And it's also early on. Be good to grab now.
I've never seen the Valir story. What is that?
Never seen the what now?
I've never seen the Valir bunny sprite.
Haha, nice.
I think it was like maybe like a retro version or something, I guess.
Yeah, we're crossing on a word. Alright, so Walter is doing Hera, and we're seeing the Waterfall of Wishing. So far,
Getting a good heart container just for going out of their way.
and the small key to Swamp in Hera.
You guys rude.
That's an important one. The other item's an arrow booster. Alright. What is here at Zora? A bottle with the fairy in it.
Good check, sick kid later.
Now, Rachlend unfortunately does not have enough money to buy Zora's item at 500 rupees. And neither does New Life.
Wonder what they're doing up there then. Aside from just picking up the bottle.
Probably forgetting that it is 500.
Now, one point of interest there is that as I mentioned, I have 3 major set pieces planned for this run there. 2 of them can be run concurrently there, so we'll see which they go into first. Although one is more obvious than the other.
Well, Rachlend will be picking up that bottle with the fairy in it. So now Sick Kid is online. I flinched there from Dark Shadows and realized, oh wait, that's the bunny sprite for Dark Link.
Nice.
I blinked and missed it. What was it?
It was regular Link.
Oh.
Sick Kid has a shield. Good reward for going out of your way. It does come in handy from time to time, but it's not what we're looking for at the present moment.
Care would disagree. and I partially disagree as well. The fighter shield, throw it away.
I mean, you can block rocks, but that's about it. You're better off trying to get the...
And arrows, I think.
Yeah, arrows, shields, nothing really that threatening. You can easily dodge it.
The big thing you want to block is the fireballs.
Yeah, that's the useful one.
Yeah, the useful one is the fire shield. And then the mirror shield is just the laggy one.
You want to block your face? Yes, I also can't see.
So it looks like Walther will be going up to Zora and does have enough rupees to buy the item. And now so does New Life.
Alright, let's see what is there, since the other two weren't able to check that right away.
Nope.
Drag that fairy, New Life, drag it all the way across the screen.
New Life is walking out of Spectacle Rock Cave. Bodied by the mold arms just a little bit. Alright, King Zora, what are you holding out on us? You are holding out with the... Wow. Most expensive piece of paper I've ever read.
The Ganon's Tower.
It's not even useful! That's one of the 2 maps that don't give you any information. You placed that there, didn't you?
I don't. Well, I didn't, but I have IHN and did. I think.
Yes.
But let's see where everyone goes from here. Let's see. We've got Walther heading out of Zora's, whereas Rachel is getting some money from Death Mountain, whereas New Life is picking up that Swamp Palace key.
And we're seeing what's that desert. It's looks like that was 3 bombs. Got bonked away. Only person that can currently check it though is New Life, although I think Walther is closing in on the Titan's event right now. Wasn't that at Gina's cave?
One was in the forest, and the other one was at a Moldorm cave.
All right.
Some of them haven't checked the forest yet.
Well, Walther gets their compass to desert. I see New Life just checking over at Eastern.
Solid Shooter may have something.
Surprised no one has got the sword from Uncle besides Walther. I haven't even thought to go that way.
It's an obvious
Green here. Green pendant in Skull Woods.
Interesting spot.
Well, that immediate. Oh, there's the hammer.
Hammer from Sarsaparilla.
Interesting. So. Now I'm starting to think of other places where we need to go. Hammer does not open up anything on its own right now.
It will be useful, but not right now.
Without Pearl, it's not that great.
But at least we know
Still
the
looking for that pearl.
Yes, but at least we know the fire rod's not on bed. Cannot be because of Skull Woods as a result.
We've got Walther picking up their hammer as well.
And Dark Shadows, I believe, now has the Titan's Mitt.
Yep. Rachland's gonna be checking high roll real quick.
That's pretty good. They're gonna get their sword.
Six shield.
You might want to
Yeah.
wash it first. All right, now with the hammer in play, there we have New Life heading over to East Death Mountains to see what's in there. Without the boots, I can't check what's in that area there. And they're trying to get over to see what's on the floating island, but can't as well because of the dead rocks. I think they did get a glimpse of it.
Yeah, let's think it was a big 20.
Yeah, dead rocks are always annoying.
Always the worst.
Yeah, but not quite as annoying as another certain enemy that I've dealt with.
I thought, for the longest time, I thought that dead rocks were actually supposed to be Gorons, but I'm not entirely sure if that's actually the case or not.
Don't think so.
No.
Walter has the Titan's Mitt now.
And Walter, I think, knows this logic a little bit. I think they'll read that this might be a Meyer play. Considering they checked most of everywhere else.
And the spiral down to Spiral Cave was only for another map. Bummer.
And choosing to go to Fleet to 3. Oh, they changed their mind.
Rachland's checking escape.
Big 20 there.
It looks like Walther's getting towards Eastern Palace. See what's in there.
Yeah, there's like at least 2 free items.
2 items there. The big issue will be if they're gonna bother trying to finish off to the Dark Room to get the last item. Because the big
it might be on Armos, so for all we know.
It could be on our mouse. Right.
And they cannot even get to the big chest here unless they have the Eastern Palace big key. So it will be at most 3 items. By logic. Oh, Paradox Gate, hello.
Yep, plenty of items here.
20. Heart piece. Heart piece. Small key for Dark Palace on Walther's End. Air booster. Red boomerang.
Good boomerang.
Did New Life check the... Yeah, New Life checked the basic and I did not... Alright, it's Ether. And we unfortunately missed the lower 2 chests. Dark Shadows is going to walk down to see that there's bombs here. Don't say no to that.
Never hurts to have some more explosives.
And New Life is heading to Super Bunny. Red Potion in Zelda's cell.
More bottles and more bottles.
Yes, 2
Red
bottles.
potion will always come in handy.
Yeah. Alright. Heart on the torch. We can't clear desert just yet. We don't have any keys for it.
And we have a big key to Thieves Town. Interesting.
Okay, that'll let them full clear Thieves Town when they get access to Dark World proper.
Well, I don't think they've got the small key to get into the big chest room, but everything
Oh,
else.
well, Shadows, are you doing what I think you're doing?
Small problem. He has no fire source.
He's stealing the key.
Oh.
This could be a boon or it could be a risk, depending on where the boots are. And where that desert small key is. And we just got a map check. Dark Palace is one of our 5-6.
Interesting.
And New Life. Looks like they set up Super Bunny. They did indeed. Getting
Thank
blue
God.
mail for it.
That poor bunny sprite, though. Holy
And
cow.
a map to Meyer.
And Dark Shadows finds just a piece of heart and another piece of heart in the right side of desert there.
Little bit of heartbroken there, isn't he?
Like, one, we would not let you soft lock, and two, no. Nice try.
All right, this is the big one here. Checkerboard Cave.
Inside Checkerboard Cave, we have another sword.
Why do I have the sinking suspicion you've made this an Agaseed?
Well, you'll have to see. Now, the interesting thing is that Dark Shadows has not gotten the first sword from Uncle. But I think that he's right on his way right now.
Yep, looks like he's gonna check in a minute.
Rachel is right out going to Checkerboard Cave now as well. Now, Rachlend has... Is it Rachelland or Rachlend? I can never remember.
I don't remember either.
I want to say it's Rachel.
Well, they already have their sword, so they will have the Master Sword.
Yeah, then that's all you need to kill Ganon. Although, it would be nice to have Tempered.
Also, very possible for them to go to Aganim.
And Walther... do a nice little trick here. Finds an arrow booster. And yeah, I forgot this is Keysanity, so they won't have means to go to Aga 1, that's right.
They will have access to the first chest in there.
Oh, you're right!
So something could be there as well.
Quite possibly.
Wait a minute. I think I figured this out. You said 3 acts. They have the triple of Aga Tower, don't they?
No.
They totally do. It's gonna be Moon Pearl, or something else, and then that big key is the Ganon Tower big key.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, thankfully Walther has that fairy.
Wasted, though there's no way to refill until he finds that net.
Oh, you can use a potion. Oh, he was trying to Death Warp, but he has the mirror anyway, so why did he even bother?
After that seed from last night there, it may must be muscle memory.
Probably.
Yeah, that mirrorless seed. I heard about that. That sounded evil.
It was quite the distant reflection. Having all the chuckles tonight, apparently.
And we've got New Life heading over to Zora for the scam of the century.
Yeah, I mean, better than a life lesson?
And it looks like Walther's heading over to Checkerboard Cave himself to see get his Master Sword. Meanwhile, Rachlend is in the back of Sasha's hut, has gotten their hammer.
Yep.
New Life is checking the back of Escape there, or is Dark Shadows, is he going up Castle Tower, or is he just going to the basement and Escape?
Looks like he's going to the basement and escape.
Walter, though, might read that this might require an Agadet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's already checked most of Hyrule at that point. The only place he hasn't gone to is the tower.
Oh, now I realize what it is. It's a bunny Valera.
Yeah.
From the side, it looks like a child or something.
Still cute.
Yeah. Be excellent for a card back or be for a card or something.
I mean, what? We're gonna get off topic if we continue that line. Let's focus here.
We nearly got stuck in the sand pit.
You're
Yeah,
getting owned by that antline.
Yeah, that antline sucks.
Meanwhile, we have Rachlend going over to Hera, and Walther picks up his Thieves' Town Big Key.
Still no pearls, though.
I already have a feeling I know how the seed is going. I'm starting to see the lines of logic here.
And Walter's trying to hug a Beamos, and the Beamos is not feeling it.
Death Warp!
Death Warp 5 feet away.
But
Dark Shadow's getting his red potion from Zelda's cell.
And New Life is in Eastern Palace, picking up more Dark Palace keys.
And Walther is also stealing the key. And Dark Shadows is making the aggro call. At this point, it has to be the Moon Pearl in this first chest. It has to.
Where else could there be?
Unless you have to do the complete aggro run in order to get Moon Pearl on Pyramid.
Well, we don't have any keys to it, so...
Could be a key in here.
If it's double vanilla keys.
And we have the Moon Pearl in that first chest.
I knew it! This is a triple dip Agate Tower.
Still,
Well, now that we have Dark Shadows with a full Dark World access, appropriately enough.
Yep. He's gonna go into his fitting element.
Ooh, Walter doing something interesting here. They reset their ROM.
Looks like they... Oh, we've got Ether as the medallion for Turtle Rock.
No, that's Quake.
Oh, sorry, Quake, yes. Mix
Which
those
is
two
what?
up sometimes.
Wait, vanilla medallion requirements. This isn't even randomized. Because we did see that that Meyer was ether requirement earlier. And we saw Dark Room do New Life, and he gets rewarded with another small key to Dark... What the heck? It's just uploaded with...
So how many Palace of Darkness keys is that now?
Quite a few, I'll say.
Meanwhile, we have Dark Shadows in Skullwood checking the place out. And we've got Walther heading in and picking up his Moon Pearl as well.
Yeah, I'm seeing the lines of logic you made here, PhantomFox. I applaud you for being kind of cruel here, but at the same time, why?
New Life finally picking up their Master Sword from their uncle.
The main logic behind the Moon Pearl is that I thought a long bunny trip across Mire was funny.
Well, I guess that makes the... I don't think we're done with the Aggro 1 trolling just yet. I call it a gut feeling.
Well, we'll see.
And if anyone asks, no, I have not tested the seed yet. I'm just I just have that gut instinct from watching so many randomizer seeds. I kind of can see the logic form in front of me.
Alter getting their Meyer Hut equipment.
Rachlend picking up all the stuff from Paradox Cave. Meanwhile, New Life is clearing the escape area.
And Walther, with all those, wait, they have 4 pod keys? Wow.
Could practically clear the place out.
They have to go the long way, though.
At least they can check Stumpy in the
Are you
other
saying they have to take the scenic route?
But tish.
Well, there's the seed, Dave.
Roll credits. Wait.
It hasn't earned the name quite yet, but we're still getting there.
Oh, great. I can't wait.
That's foreboding.
But yes, I finally see what you're doing here, and I approve and disapprove at the same time, and that's even believable.
You get those moments.
I really do.
Rachland's checking Super Bunny.
Well, Mr. Nikita Meyer.
Helpful, but not immediately useful. You don't really need any Meyer keys per se, but...
Oh, if only they knew they could already have the Moon Pearl.
And version 28, we don't get the text box for a vanilla item in their dungeon. During Keysanity. 20 rubies found as well.
Yeah. There, we got Rachlend going through Spiral Cave. Not much there, unfortunately, but it's still a nice trip.
Have a nice trip, see you next fall! Meanwhile, we have Walther checking the statue chest here. For Vanilla Big Key Skull Woods. Has to dodge. Very nice.
Ew, nearly got the grab.
Yeah.
New Life saving the old man to get the Ganon key tower.
Again, small key, yeah.
I mixed those words up, didn't I? Whoa.
And there's my beloved Fire Shield. Hello there.
Yep, in Skull Woods, which will be useful for later when we do go to Thieves Town.
I think Thieves Town's on the radar for Walther right now. As the means to go full clear it.
Well, almost full clear it. Meanwhile, we've got Dark Shadows heading up to what looks like Catfish.
Not a bad call.
And New Life is making their way through the dark rooms. Alright, now, what's your preference on tossing into the Catfish? The rock or the shrub?
Rock.
Sign.
Sign just to be contradictory. Tempered! Does that mean that fish was actually tempura?
Nice.
And 20 rubies at Graveyard Ledge.
So one of the things that we tried to do there is that if a runner goes out of their way to try and pick up something, an out of the way check there, we may not give them progression, but we do give them something nice.
Give him a bone.
Well, I guess that's another part of the scenic route sort of title with the seed.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go all that way there, we're not just gonna troll you too hard. Usually.
Single rupee, single rupee, single rupee.
Can't happen. Only 2 in the pool. And everyone has that knowledge.
This is a blind though, they could put in more.
True enough.
And we see that Meyer is a crystal. I'm sorry, a pendant.
Yes, red pendant.
It's a pendant made of crystal.
So they will not need ether, but they might still need Samaria, which once we get in there. And wow, jackpot for Walter the Fourth winning at the chess game.
Mm-hmm.
Lottery!
And Rachlend finding their Azor buying a map.
Meanwhile, New Life and Rachlend still do not have the... and it looks like,
We've got Walther checking out the first floor in Thieves Town. That's 4 is a pretty good number and it's in a relatively small place, so that's not a bad check. Meanwhile, Dark Shadows is going up to Palace of Darkness.
Plenty of keys to check it out.
yeah, no reason not to.
Did Dark Shadows already go through Eastern?
No, they have not stopped in at, and they have not stopped in Eastern yet either, so they will be doing both checks.
They
Big
have not
money.
Alright, and Walther is checking out the big key chest and finds the big key to Terra.
Not quite a big key, not like quite the big key they're looking for, but close enough.
Alright, and Dark Shadows is opening up Palace of Darkness here. Let's see what they find inside. Looks like New Life is double checking some areas on there. I'm not sure exactly where to go now. Sylvan figured out the first chest in Aga Tower.
Yep, so...
And Dark Shadows finds a fire source, the lantern inside of Palace of Darkness.
And immediately bails.
And is mirroring to Eastern.
Makes sense.
Alright, so...
Meanwhile, Rachlend is already in Eastern, going to be picking up their plethora of pod keys. Looks like we've stumped New Life for a little bit. They're probably going over the trackers, trying to figure out where they haven't gone. Oh, looks like they've got an idea now. Or perhaps not.
Nope.
You know, meanwhile, Walter is continuing through Thieves Town. I'm going to be clearing the place out as much as they can there. Having already picked up the big key from Tower of Hera, they should be able to get all the way to Blind.
Yeah, should be able to get all the way up to Blind. So the question is, how easy will the fight be?
They do have the fire shield, so that should make things easier.
And the cane of Berna. Berna, how do you pronounce that?
I say burnout.
Could always take my stupid answer and say beer nuts.
Alright, so what is the pun we're gonna have from Blind here? For suit anti, PhantomFox.
Not quite the sight to behold.
And New Life has realized that Aga Tower is available.
Aw, Walter nearly had a clean run, but they got pegged.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to get this. And Thieves Town had the
Ice
big-
Pass.
Interesting.
And everyone has their pearls except for Rachlend.
Yeah.
But about the 43 minutes in, and finally someone has beaten a dungeon.
Yeah,
It's gonna
finally.
It's gonna be quite a long run.
Well, now they're starting to get on plan. We've got Dark Shadows heading through Eastern there. What chests have they? They've gotten the lantern already there. What else are we gonna find here in Pod? Gonna find a bow. Mm-hmm.
So they need the big. They need the big key.
They busted out the electric guitar. I'm not complaining, but still.
I've heard of items giving you power-ups, but this is ridiculous.
Why do I have a gut feeling that we're gonna see something rude? Oh, that's an arrow booster, not the silvers.
Still is useful.
Oh, Kane and Brian was picked up somewhere.
The Kane O'Brien was in the Thieves Town big chest there. I think that they borrowed a key to get that there, but I'm trying to remember exactly. Thankfully, we did keep that in mind.
And the ding game only has 20 rupees.
Not quite the jig up.
Yeah, strap in, UltraX. I think we're in for a long one.
I got plenty of water.
I'm running out of soda, actually.
That won't help you, dude. Keep
Hey,
hydrated with the right liquids.
I might have to step away. Besides, I already was commentating once earlier today. I kind of need the caffeine to keep me going.
Whereas, I only woke up a couple hours ago, so I'm mostly there at this point. Oh, Walter's checking Smiths. Let's see what they have.
What kind of Smiths do we have today? Ruby Smiths? Bread Smiths?
Butter
Smiths?
Smiths?
Ruby
Nutty
Smiths! Counterfeiters!
Well, these people are going to be arrested when this adventure's over.
I wish I could change the... I wish I could give them that title in the thing, but unfortunately, that is not something in the vanilla customizer that you can do.
All right, and we've got Walther ticking out hammer pegs there, while Dark Shadows continues to clear out Palace of Darkness.
Sadly, it was only a peg. It was only a pegged compass. Oop, nearly left a friend behind.
Rachlend is trying to navigate the dark. Meanwhile, are we seeing Hammer yet? No.
Oh. No hammer yum pipe.
Or
And
maybe.
the Grove Ledge has a piece of
Oh.
art. Yeah,
Hammer
that's a
yum
hammer
pipe.
yump. That's a hammer yump.
It's easy. I'm told it's easier to do when you come in from the bottom, as aside from going up to the top.
Unfortunately, he's too high. Even I can tell that.
Now I have a question. Why is it called a hammer yump instead of a hammer jump?
Because that's how the person who named the trick pronounced it. They were, I believe, Swedish. Or at least that's when it was sold.
Ooh, just barely missed it.
Yeah, Dark Shadows is doing something that's kind of rude. And inside... Oh yeah, there's the Can of Burna. Looks like Dark Shadows got it.
And for $20. But Walter also just got the bug catching net from the box.
I mean, yay, swag strats. And is Dark Shadows rewarded for their sequence break? No.
At the same time, though, hammer up hype.
Grayson brings back the old man, gets the small key to Ganon's tower.
Meanwhile, Walter is heading to Swamp.
And Dark Shadows is going back into Eastern there. Convenient that warp was right at the entrance, wouldn't you say?
Oh, there's the Desert Palace key. It was in the front of Swamp. That's a bit rude.
Yeah, but at least now they don't get locked.
I would say that that sequence is part of Chapter 2, if I would say so, with Dark Shadows being in Chapter 1. You can do them in either order, but even so. I'll explain a bit further once we get through all the Chapter 2 dungeons, as I like to call them.
And the big chest has another small key to Dark Palace.
Well, at least the sequence break's a bit more in sequence now.
Well, Eastern is being cleared. Doesn't even need the thing, and we are seeing Hype Cave. Half magic.
Ooh, that's a pretty
Useful.
high. And the music player's a little off, but still quite
Small
strange.
key to Hyrule Castle. Small key to Skull Woods. Small key to Misery Mire. Small key to Ganon's Tower. None of those keys are useful.
But still, half magic. Pretty good hype. But a bit
It will
nice.
come in useful, I will say that. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it's always
but
useful, regardless, but...
That's the only useful
Sensing
thing.
a Turnax.
Yeah, I'm not that bad at Turnax. I can handle it without half magic. It's good. It is a good convenience, though.
Meanwhile, we have Dark Shadows taking on the Armos Knight at the moment.
Yep, well, let's see what they drop.
Now the
Small
key!
The last key to Dark Palace.
So where's the big key? I wonder. Surely it's not in the dark room in Aga Tower.
People keep skidding me what's on the pyramid ledge. What was it?
I don't remember.
Looks like Walter's heading off to Cat. Single arrow on pyramid?
Ah, yes, the most infamous single arrow. We can beat the game now.
This run is valid.
Good old Oaks.
Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna be here for at least a couple hours.
You stole that from the community. That's a community joke.
Hey, I'm still making the jokes. I'm being here for a couple hours.
All right, we've got Dark Shadows heading into the dark basement of House of Darkness. Sorry, North and Eastern. I can never tell the two apart.
Oh yeah, they do have the big key. When did they get that?
One's a bit grayer, one's a bit greener.
When did they get that Dark Palace big key? I wasn't paying attention, apparently.
I believe it was in the. Yeah, it was itself in House of Darkness, in the dark basement room there. We have to walk around with the two chests in it.
Ah, so it was a vanilla Dark Palace big key. No wonder I didn't see it because of the B28 thing. I didn't see the text box. Whoa! Restream hiccup here.
I think the Rock of Storms was a bit heavier than I thought.
And we've got Dark Shadows taking on Helmasaur King. Sorry, I derped out on the name for a second.
17 hammer hits here. Followed up by
Clink, clink, clink.
followed up by 2 spins. Oh, where'd those fireballs go? Oh, that's it. Bye-bye, Helmasaur King.
And on Helmasaur King, we have a compass, because of course we did.
The compass of Dark Palace, no less. Well, at least we know this dungeon's completed.
So if you'll note there, all the Eastern Palace keys were in Pod, and all the Dark Pod keys were in the Eastern.
That's a little rude.
Well, not so much. We gave you the mirror, so all you have to do is just go to the front mirror, and there is the warp point right back. You don't have to travel very far. You can even just mirror to the front entrance if you want.
Poor Walther there, taking the double fall. Yeah, folks, if you like what you're seeing from these 4 runners, make sure to give them a follow here. They've been doing an excellent job, and also make sure to give a shout out to our trackers, epicYoshi and itsu demo. And yeah, our Steve Dev here is PhantomFox. He's on the mic with us.
With copious amounts of helps from I Have No Name, who's in the chat right now, providing text commentary as well.
Yeah. Yonniman is our Restreamer, by the way, and I guess we should get a follow too, shouldn't we, UltraX?
Maybe. Whatever you say, Wolf.
Well, we're the commentators. We do all the work. We're doing the most easiest job in the world here.
Sitting here, drinking our drinks.
And enjoying a seed that we don't have to play.
Here's that. I don't like Keysanity.
Like I said, a seed we don't have to play.
I don't mind watching it. Doesn't mean I like playing it. Oh, thank you. Somebody else can do that.
All right, Walther, round 2 against Trolldorm. Let's see. Oh, right off the bat.
Trolldorm is not in the mood right now. Oh, I got pretty deep there.
Trolldorm, a new troll rises. Trolldorm 2.
Oh, careful there, Walter. You almost fell into me. He fed.
And meanwhile, Dark Shadows is checking the big bomb.
That's right. Both Eastern and Pod were both red crystals, so you can check the Pyramid Fairy now.
And 5 and Walther gets a crystal out of Hera, as well as a small key to ice.
And inside the Pyramid Fairy, we're going to have, once the bomb blows...
Bacoom! Sorry, we don't have a sound effect there, so I just gave you one.
We have the hookshot inside of the Pyramid Fairy.
And the map to ice.
Map to ice power. Ooh, that's not a big hint at all.
Well, no, there's a few things for ice to be technically in logic just yet.
Well, ice is a crystal. But right now, they don't have a means to actually do Ice Palace.
No fire rod, no bombas. They can't even get past the front door.
Forgot about that. All right.
So now with Dark Shadows finishing Chapter 1, as I like to call it, then we've got four more dungeons and Ice Palace to go. Before we'll be able to get into Ganon's Tower, at least.
Yeah, it looks like Dark Shadows is at least heading off to Thieves Town by the looks of it.
Meanwhile, Walther is climbing Dark Death Mountain. I can't help but feel for poor Rachlend here. Or Rachlend. Has no idea that this has to go up to Aga.
Oh, right. So we've got Walther clearing out the Paradox Cave while we have Rachlend heading into Swamp by the looks of things.
No, Rachlend does not have your Boom Pearl.
Still hasn't figured it out. Oh, goodness. Somehow I missed that while I was watching Dark Shadows go in and out of Pod and Eastern.
Yeah, Rachlend is, I heard was that, Rachlend is not, seems to be not a very experienced runner, and it looks like epicYoshi is not too kind to those kind of people, unfortunately.
Ooh, and New Life takes the double fall, trying to do the bomb jump to the big chest.
Ouch. Alright, so we've got Dark Shadows going in through Thieves Town. Going to be finishing that out and picking up the big key to Hera in here.
And Rachlend's stream has apparently frozen. Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
And we're going to resync that real quick.
Alright, so we've got Walther heading over the bridge back to Tower of Hera. And we've got New Life in Hera itself there. Having picked up the big key from Thieves Town.
Yeah, this is more or less just lather and repeat for several of our runners. Unfortunately, Rachlend gonna be a little slow in that uptake.
Yeah, Rachlend is double checking all the locations that are there. Has not thought about the looking inside Castle Tower yet.
It looks like New Life is taking care of Troll Dorm, no problem.
Gets a key to Ice Palace.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Dark Shadows is up in the attic area, about to get the second item here, one of the items here. Map desert. Walter's chest. Well, Walter is not too pleased with your seat here, Phantom. I'm getting that feeling.
Oh, we've got New Life heading into Spike Cave.
Ow, 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 ow. I did have invitation to link in this cave.
Quite the pokey predicament.
That punch stung. Small key to thief. Oh no.
No, that's rude.
But Dark Shadow seems to already have that key.
Yep. Alright, and we've got Walther going back to the mountain cave. They're going to be checking something up on the mountain. Meanwhile, we have New Life heading into the swamp area.
And Dark Shadows gets a can of beer nuts. Quite delicious. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of nuts.
So, IJNN here accidentally left the testing key in blind Tida, so there's accidentally 2 small keys in the of these down in this seed.
Thankfully, it doesn't break all that much. It's just a minor shortcut through something later on, but it's only skips 1 step at worst.
Whoops!
This is why you check your seeds legitimately, folks. I know I did.
Also toss it at other people just in case.
Yeah, more left. All right, and we've got the Ice Palace big key dropping from blind.
Ice fast speaking. You're setting him in ice, aren't you?
Ice is eminent.
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Okay.
Oh?
I'm starting to see where this is.
Oh, do tell.
That second just in the Aga Tower is the either Fire Rod or Bombas, isn't it?
Do you really want me to tell you?
We'll see.
We'll see, but I have a very strong suspicion.
Issue is getting the 1 key needed to get into that door.
Yeah, you're right. We still haven't found that yet.
All right, now we've got Walther heading into the eastern / pod flip-flop section.
And Rachlin's probably screaming on the inside and probably the outside trying to find that darn pearl. And we have 2 people doing some digging.
Dig. Would you say
Diggy
the
diggy
dwarf?
hole, diggy diggy hole.
I wasn't gonna mention it, yes, but yeah.
Tastes like 2010.
That's actually 2014, if I recall right. I remember watching that back again recently.
I want to say that was a bit older.
Anyway.
You're actually gonna make me go look that up now.
Regardless, it was a great song. Let's move on. And
Dark Shadows doing the peg blacksmith check.
And looks like New Life is heading into Swamp. Has that first key from Hera, so we'll be able to actually go a bit further in once they actually remember to drain the swamp first.
Someone in the chat is saying Rach is 100% cussing up a storm. Ow.
I know them feels.
Yeah, you would know better. I would know better than anyone.
Everything is always in the one place you just don't look. It's just how things work.
And haha, there's the trick I like seeing. Air pegs only have Map Girl. The Moon Pearl's in the first chest of Aga Tower, and I have a sneaking suspicion something else for progression is in the second chest. And we also saw that Lumberjack had a big key.
But the question is, which big key is it? We've already seen a lot of big keys so far.
It's the big key to your heart.
I'm just gonna say this. I have not seen this seed at all, but I have a very stinking suspicion that this is a triple dip Agate Tower you've made. And the big key is Ganon's Tower big key. Their Ice Palace entry is in the second chest of Agate Tower, and you gave him the Merle in the first chest. You made them want to earn that view at the top of the tower.
Perhaps. We'll have to see. Oh, and Walther is death warping out through the turtle horde.
Problem is, they probably forgot they have a mirror.
Yeah, a lot of people keep forgetting they have that mirror.
I mean, given that scene last night, that's probably still screwing with them a little bit.
Yeah, probably. And Swagnet acquired for Dark Shadows.
Always helpful.
In case of
Carries on the
fairies.
band.
We don't have the means for that, but hey, it's a good
No.
item.
Yep, even so.
Also, it's good against Aghanim.
Meth Girl, there are these are the only 4 people in the race.
Yep, couldn't find any more.
Of course, after the race there, we will probably link a permalink to the seed if you want to try this out at home. Although, knowing certain things ahead of time, it won't be as fun, but you can always just spring it on your unsuspecting friends.
Or just do it as fast as they can. Probably beat the runners here.
Yeah, you probably could.
All right, we've got Dark Shadows hitting into Swamp at the moment right now.
Already cleared. Alright, so what was in this first chest? So we already know that. Big key to desert.
And yet, the dungeon is full clearable.
Yep. So plenty of loot here.
And I do believe that we have noticed that this is... no, we don't know what this is. What this one is yet.
No, we don't. New Life is the first to check it. It's just a piece of art. And Macro says that they have access to all of them anyhow. You don't have access to mine.
You probably should get that submitted in soon.
I have to. I'm holding on to it because it's Well, I'm not gonna say a thing about it. Well, that's for a future Plantathon stream.
The ones tomorrow, I'm pretty sure, correct?
Yeah.
Which I'll be coming you for that one as well.
Another smoky to Gan's Tower. That's what, 3 of them now?
2 or 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, or Rachlend rather. Getting my names mixed up now. He's just plain lost, and I kind of feel for them just a little bit.
Only if I could send them a hug.
Yep. I kind of don't want to see poor Rachlend. And
Although they might be heading in the correct direction. Maybe.
Come on, Rachlend.
Oh.
Come on, Rachlend.
You can do it!
Go on. No, wrong way.
No. No, you've already checked, Uncle. Leave him alone, he's already dead.
Is he dead? Or is
He got
just sleeping?
better.
Is he dead or sleeping?
Dead.
We do see him in the credits, though.
Glass half empty, aren't you, UltraX?
Yes, very much so. But I mean, given the ending of the game, we do wish him back with the Triforce. So, again, he can get better eventually.
Well, the vanilla test is your uncle recovered, so it's presumably he's been you take him home, but he's
Gravely injured.
yeah, he's just wounded.
I'm pretty sure that's just the NOA cleanup version to make it not sound as grim.
Yeah, I suspect Ratch will forfeit. Unfortunately. They're so close. Come on.
Unfortunately, we cannot give hints, at least not easily.
No, we're not allowed. I don't think. But yeah, I will, I'm keeping my seat close to my chest because I don't want it leaking out accidentally.
Fair enough. All right, we've got Walther having exited Swamp is now going into Pod.
Alright, interesting play. Yeah, this is like an hour and 15 minutes coming up for Ratch without that Moon Pearl. And the admin is confirming that only spoilers everyone is suffering forever, and all agree, I suppose. Unfortunately,
we've got 3 people who've already figured it out. I suspect he's just checking he or she is just checking the list right now.
Yep, checking over the entire tracker to go, where in what God's name can I go now?
Oh, we've got Rachlend on the move.
come on, Rachlend.
Come on, girl, you can do it.
And just some money here in the back of Swamp.
But they're heading in the right direction.
Oh, come on.
Go up to Siaga. Go down. No!
No! Wrong way! Wrong way!
Oh no!
In more progressive news, Walter's taking care of Helmasaur. New Alliance is going to be dealing with Landmolus in a minute.
I believe
And
it's the first one who's seen Landmolus.
And we're also going to be seeing Argus in a minute. Which I always, every time I hear the name from somebody else, I always kind of go, huh? Because it sounds very close to my actual name.
Nice.
I mean, I always think of a pirate. Argus.
That too, but...
He does only have one eye.
Compass for Walther. Yeah, it looks
And
like...
Landmolus goes down. And on Landmolus we have... Bombos.
There's our Ice Palace access. And there's another small key. This is a... You were sending them into ice with Bombos.
And half magic. I'm not cruel.
Magic's kind of optional now, but it's kind of in hype. You're always going to check hype.
Rachlend looks like they will be going all the way down to Zelda Cell here, just to double check. Yeah, I don't think Rachlend is used to Keysanity, no.
And New Life heading off to ice.
Doing a quick map check there.
Take one Bombos use only takes like an eighth of the meter. Chump change.
And Rachlend is just scratching their head most likely here.
But we have New Life going through Ice Palace and seeing what is in there.
Trackers seem to be a bit off. New Life is the one who take care of Argus, not Dark Shadows has not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, Trackers are off because they got Bottomos from Argus.
No, Bombos was from Lamola's.
Lamola's.
Oh, I was off, my bad. Sorry. We had two bosses going on at the same time, so I mixed up which got what.
No, Ratson's floating away. You're so close.
No.
Meanwhile, we've got Walther taking down the Armos Knight side of things.
I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna be nice to Rachlend later and DM her cross products tracker because it does have a nice little handy map built into it for newer runners.
Yeah, I need to take care of that sometime there. I actually haven't tried a Keysanity myself there, but I've watched plenty of the tournament, which made me fall in love with the mode in the first place there. So, but the thing is, my personal times are just so bad that I haven't gone around doing it yet.
I hear you. Oh, my favorite room, get New Life, is in Penguin Bowling, gets a strike!
Very nice.
If only I could use a soundboard to play a sound effect.
I don't have a soundboard. Actually, I do, but I don't have anything on it. I need to make use of that thing, actually. Yeah, I think she's serving kind of hard here at this point.
Don't worry, I've dropped plenty up in my own runs.
Like
we got New Life stream is a bit laggy. And we're back live.
Rachlend? Rachlend? I think...
By Jove, I think she's got it.
Maybe.
She's going back the right way.
Cross your fingers, everyone. Yes!
Yes!
Finally! Rachlend has finally figured it out.
She's never gonna be forgetting this.
Nope. And she probably won't forget it again.
Her feet may be forgotten given this little lockup.
Yeah, screen's frozen again. At least for us.
There we go.
And she is in Aga Tower.
Oh.
Her piece in the Ice Palace big chest. And we are seeing New Life keep going through this place. Although I noticed that New Life doesn't have the hook shot yet. And
That's
I'm
right.
just, I'm just gonna quote Rachlend here in IRC. Well, redacted.
Nice. But she figured it out. That's major props to her for sticking with it this long.
Yeah, I will give her that much. She does not give up. That is a good quirk to have.
Indeed. However,
Never give up. Never give up. Never give up. That one dude from Square One.
Now the question is Rachlend going anywhere?
probably just venting loudly. Not what I would do, to be honest. So I don't blame him.
Yeah, make sure to give her a follow as long as our other 3 runners here. This seed.
Rude.
I can feel my ears burning from here.
She's probably going to scream directly in your ear later.
But we've got New Life taking on Cold Stare right now.
Yeah, we have not had a single forfeit yet. So let's see what Cold Stare has. As their feet is frozen.
Cold Stare, what'd you do to the stream?
I probably, if he's related to Cracker, he probably shocked it.
Stom, Bombos was at Land Molas.
Alright, and with Dark Shadows with a Hookshot, is picking up the red mail from Hookshot Cave. Handy prize.
Can't really see it though in that sprite, sadly.
And inside Ice Palace was a blue potion.
Always good to have your
Nothing of major interest inside of Ice Palace there, but the blue potion will come in handy eventually.
Ooh, Dark Shadow's about to get sniped by a... Ooh, never mind.
So, of the dungeons we have left...
Walther still has to go through Swamp Palace there. New Life needs to do the Eastern Palace, Palace of Darkness flip-flop, and also Swamp, and also, I can't read that one.
I'm looking more so at the dungeons we haven't touched yet. We haven't been able to clear Skullwoods, we haven't been able to get into the Mire, and we haven't been able to get into Turtle Rock. Something's got to give here, and I have I've been suspicious of that second chest in Aga Tower for a while now.
We'll get there when we get there. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
Don't make us turn this seat around.
Alright, we've got New Life starting on the Pod Eastern Palace flip-flop.
Now, Strom, it was not the second Aga Tower trolley item, but I'm expecting there to still be one. Just a matter of where that Castle Tower key is showing up at this point.
Thinking emoji?
Based on what they've got... Unless someone grabbed the Castle Tower small key when I wasn't looking.
Not that I recall. And New Life gets this both from the Palace of Darkness. Yes, we did see what it was at Lumberjacks. There was a big key of some sort at Lumberjacks.
I'm predicting Ganon's Tower, because I'm expecting it.
Alright, New Life is finishing up Pod and Eastern.
I'm trying to think.
So I think Dark Shadows has the most progression there. Just finishing out of Moldorm right now, only has Desert Palace to go.
Indeed.
And Ice Palace, of course. Desert Palace, Ice Palace. The oven and the freezer. And also the spikes. Which is good routing there, because the spikes are going to definitely... Spiker Cave will definitely help with what's coming up.
Well, it's just a key to Thieves Town, but even then, it's never bad to check.
Spike Cave
Oh,
has
right.
the small key to... That's what we're missing. No, wait, we've already checked.
Oh yeah, we already went over that before. I was mixing it up with Waterfall Cave. And Pyramid Fairy. Pyramid Fairy is what had the hook shot in it, which he already has, question mark?
Yes. Dark Shadows has that.
Okay.
As confirmed by his feed.
So there it is, yes.
I'm having trouble seeing the logic. You're actually
In what way?
I don't know, but my brain is breaking a little bit here. I'm gonna go take a step away. Be right back.
Fair enough. Alright, looks like we have Dark Shadows heading over into the back door of Desert Palace.
While Walter is just finishing off Krakow, Codeslayer, and Rachlend's taking care of thieves. While New Life works towards the Eastern Palace, Palace of Darkness, flippity flop flop flip flap.
Right, with the big key in tow from the Swamp Palace entrance there, this should be fairly quick. Meanwhile, Rachlend is heading into is still going through Thieves' Town. They're going to be picking up that small key. If that's Stoffels, we'll just leave him alone.
There we go. Always the little annoying bastard.
Hippity hop all over the place. All right, we got the Land Moles fight going on Dark Shadows end of things. With the Temperature Sword, it should be going through this fairly quickly.
Sword.
We've got Walther with the big bomb, having finished both Eastern and Pod, heading to get that hook shot from the Pyramid Fairy.
I'm still trying to think of what's available to all of our runners when everything's said and done.
So now with Dark Shadows having finished all of Hera, Swamp, Dark Palace, and Thieves' Town, I believe, with only Ice Palace to go, if you notice there, that Hera had the Swamp Palace small key. Swamp Palace had the Desert Palace big key. Desert Palace had the Thieves' Town big key. And Thieves' Town had the Tower of Hera big key. It makes one big loop. You can enter this loop from any one of those 4 dungeons, and you're only required to double dip the first one that you go into.
That's interesting, at least, but I don't see where to go after you get out of the loop.
To Ice Palace, and then you have all the crystals.
So you do. Huh. That's what I missed. We go up the GT now.
Yeah, like IHN says there, we would like to put Ice Palace have more interesting progression in it there, but due to just all this myriad of sequence breaks that you do, you can't really fit much in there without having it just be skipped over. That said, we got Dark Shadows heading into the Penguin Parade. And Walther is heading into Swamp, which will be the last portion of their loop.
See if I can find a... Because I think that... Trying to think of... No, that would be the last crystal for them, and they would able to head into,
GT.
We still don't know where that Ganon's Tower big key is, though.
Oh,
But there are a lot of chests in Ganon's Tower, so we'll have to see what's in there.
Not only that, though, we haven't checked pedestal, so for all we know, ped could be somehow required.
I wouldn't put it past him. We might have a Canon Samari on the pedestal. Actually, no, we can't. Actually, yeah, Pet is absolutely dead.
How so?
Well, it doesn't have anything that, well, in regards to anything that blocks our dungeon progress. The only thing it can have is a small key to Castle Tower, or something that leads to it. So
Well, we'll just have to see how things go.
So we aren't going to see the Canis Maria, the Ice Rod, or any of the medallions there.
All right, Dark Shadows is making his way handily through Ice Palace. Meanwhile, Walther is heading his way through Swamp, about a decent way through that, while New Life is peppering the Armos Knights with arrows.
Nice quick kill.
Taking them all down.
I actually see the line. I actually see the logic.
Or do you?
GT has the book. Or no, it's GT has the small key, one of the small keys. Second, Chess and Agatara has the book, and the book in turn leads to Ether and Quake on their vanilla on the tablets.
Well, we'll just have to see now, won't we?
Big issue is going to be if they have to handle T-Rock, they need both the rods.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll find that soon enough.
All right, you got New Life back in pod there. Have they finished? Have they beaten?
They have not.
Yeah, they have beaten Helmsor King according to the tracker. Or am I just misreading that?
They have beaten Helmsor King, but they have not beaten Argus.
Ah, so they have there. So they've finished the flip-flop on Eastern Pod there, and are heading into the last dungeon on their on the 4-dungeon loop.
The big issue is going to be they need to go get hook shot real quick, which is going to be a bit of a time sink.
Yeah, you do need to get that hook shot from the Pyramid Fairy.
Speaking of fairies, Rachel's having an issue catching a small one.
They're always so flighty and hard to catch.
If only you could actually just put them in the bottle when using the boomerang.
Yeah, this is just an interesting little scene here. You're making them just basically do double dips all over the place, more or less.
The only really double dip so far there is the first dungeon that you double dip in the big loop there. And honestly, double dipping Pod and Eastern isn't that bad there when you have the mirror and a warp point right at the entrance.
Yeah, but you've already had them double dip Agate Tower, and it looks like, and if I'm right, you're going to have them dip Janus Tower as well.
They've only been in Aga once so far.
I never said triple, I said double.
Alright, Dark Shadows is heading right down into the Cold Stair fight with a good health pool left to go. Having red mail, this should be a piece of cake.
And that being said, I do not, just because I'm saying it's a double, might be a double, that doesn't mean I'm not wary that it could be a triple.
Dark Shadows taking care of Cold Stair, where Walter slowly heads off to Argus.
Ooh, Dark Shadows actually let him get away from them.
No corner traps today. We're not going to be playing that fighting game. Almost gets him back in. Almost gets trapped in the corner himself.
Rude.
Alright, so with that, Dark Shadows has all 7 crystals and can head up to Gadon's Tower for Chapter 3.
The more you say, the more I'm suspicious.
Chapter 3 is supposed to be the long one.
Dark Shadows is back inside Ice Palace. Well, I'm not sure why.
I
Sheer
don't
cold
get
from Ice Palace's frozen to stream, apparently.
And Walter has taken care of Argus, which was a piece of funnel cake.
But they also have all of their crystals. Yeah, the pet seed is still alive and well. We shall just see where those pedestal items are.
Where is Dark Shadows going? I'm not entirely sure. Did he miss a chest on the way?
I think he actually went to ice first.
But he just defeated Cold Stare.
Yeah, there's the whole ice battle spawn zone. He probably went directly to Cold Stare and didn't check anything on the right side.
That's true. Probably still looking for that Ganon Sarah big key. Maybe thinking that it might be in here.
Not a bad idea, to say the least.
When it comes to a planner, you have to look at every single location.
Mm-hmm.
Well, perhaps not there, but it could be in any particular place. That's one of the interesting things about Ganon's tea is that you can hide it almost literally everywhere, anywhere. Except for the Ganon's Tower big chest and those 4 on the ascent.
Ganon's Tower Big Key, first chest you get in Link's house.
Have seen that before, actually.
Oh.
Oh, did they not get this chest here?
Yeah, probably didn't get. They probably went to go mode.
Yep, saving and quitting, heading to GT probably. Got Walther picking up his red mail from Hookshot Cave. Not going to be going to the floating island because, as we know, that just has a big 20.
All right, and we see Dark Shadows on the way up to Ganon's Tower too, but we know they're not going to get it far. I have low expectations that this is a single dip Ganon's Tower.
That was an interesting interaction with the Dead Rock.
Especially seeing we can only get or not be able to get 5 of the chests. Well, they can get a tile room, but they can't get 4 of the chests then. Never mind.
Tile room requires King of Samaria, I believe.
Oh yeah, just to get over to that, right? You're right. Yeah, 5 chests. I forgot where that it was locked door first, then the sealed door first, then locked door. It's a long night.
We're in GT, so let's see what we get in here.
Key on torch.
What key? We don't know.
Bob gets to live for now, and Rachlend gets to live as well, getting revived by a fairy.
All right, we've got the 4 chest room here. We've got a piece of heart. We've got 20 rupees.
And we got some dead Stalfos, along with another 20 and a 50.
Meanwhile, Dark Shadows is right on their heels, heading into GT themselves. Unfortunate. A hook shot's the switch, but and then tries to walk just out of habit and then falls right into the pit.
And falls in again. Oof.
Bumped by the spike trap. Yeah, this room is not that great if you don't know how to execute it properly.
Or just having a bad day with the hook shot.
Even on my off days, I still have an okay time.
And inside, we've got a vanilla big key.
Vanilla. No, that was a vanilla small key.
Yes, vanilla small key. My bad.
But
it's bigger than Link's head. It's kind of big, right?
So that's all 4 Ganon's Tower small keys. So that cannot be a key on the torch. Cannot be a Ganon's Tower small key. Unless you somehow manage to put a 5th one in, which...
I don't believe so.
thinking Arma. I think the Ice Armos are gonna have something.
I wouldn't put it past it. This is called the Scenic route, after all.
Let's go into the rando room.
And inside the render room, we have a Turtle Rock Small Key, and another Turtle Rock Small Key.
All the small keys of Turtle Rock right there. Pretty much.
Well, 2 of them at least.
What were the other 2? I didn't pay attention.
I don't think we've seen them yet. I always ponder if that bomb jump takes more time than it saves, but oh well.
I think it's faster to do a bump it. It's faster than teleports, but it may be slower than doing the bump strat.
Yeah.
But they can't do the bump strat because where are the boots? That's
What are
boots. They're missing.
Yeah,
Hey, Bob.
Tries to get to Bob the Anti-Fairy. Not gonna happen.
And we've got a compass to Ganon's Tower. How useful.
Oh, it's useful in this instance, at least. Rachlend heading over to the Mire area.
And we have the Ice Armos.
Yep. So they converse same as the first, just now with ice physics.
Yeah, cue the collective groaning of everyone in the audience.
I don't mind the Arsenal conversation. I think they're a fun fight.
I just more meant the ice physics. Because nobody likes ice physics.
And we've got New Life heading into Ganon's Tower right now. And inside, behind the Ice Armos, we have the
Magic
powder.
20 rupees. The powder is... You gotta go to bat. It has to be bat.
Oh, but they're not backtracking back.
Nope.
They're going down to the right side where they'll find...
Oh, because they went straight left. So they're just gonna get these last 2 items here that Darkshot already found.
I'm thinking maybe they can do something in Tower Room.
And they have no Cane of Samaria. Have to mirror straight out.
Yep, double dip GT.
And thus begins Chapter 3, the Scenic Route.
Roll credits. Wait a minute.
So with the powder, there's only really one place you can go with the powder.
And it's gonna open up 2 locations, and then most likely because you're gonna put the book there. I'm just seeing all the possible plays here at this point.
That book is definitely going to get involved somehow.
And I will say that this section right here is the original idea of the seed. The rest of it is just neat things to do on the way. And Mr. Bat will give us
The Curse of... Eventually. Come on.
the Cane of Samaria.
The Curse of Block Making.
So back to GT we go then.
Back to GT or go straight to Mire.
No medallion. It's ether.
Fair point. I just remember. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And meanwhile, I can just imagine shouts of "Das flip it, you stupid dumb animal! I'm gonna tear your spine out and use it as a back scratcher."
I don't know where that came from, but okay.
I play League of Legends and I'm a big fan of Kled, so I like all this creative swearing.
I think Dark Shadow was pausing and say that moment to pause and say, "Really? Really? Okay." So, we're entering GT for the second time, 8 minutes later, roughly.
What are we gonna find in there?
Gee, I wonder. Maybe, I don't know, something else that leads us on a linear track to the final stretch?
But how long is it?
Long enough
What is-
to make push this seed. I'm calling it now. The seed will end at around 2:30.
For 4 Ratch, I assume it's gonna be like 6 hours.
Can't do that though. It's a 4-hour cap. But she definitely is making progress. It's just, you know, compared to the other racers, they're woefully behind, sadly.
Yeah.
And apparently going to be even worse given this frozen stream link. Come on.
Unfortunately, I think the Merles kind of messed her up. And we are seeing Tyrone right away.
Take your drinks, kids.
Walter is not having any of it. Is already... Their senses are their troll senses have been tingling. My troll senses have been tingling this entire time. And I'm sure that everyone else has been tripped as well.
I think it's been tripped up since that whole Pearl shenanigan crap.
And very nice here, using the block as a shield to protect themselves. Although
Burning a lot of magic to them.
it's fine.
That
Block takes
fairy, though, was just having a good time.
and the tiles are gone.
We've got ether.
Now to Meyer.
And you know what? They can't go to the rest of the last war chest because they don't have the fire rod. Wait a minute, that means this was a triple tip of GT. I'm just gonna ask this right now, Fox. What were you on when you were making the seed?
Trolldorm, apparently, because Trolldorm just knocked Rachlend down.
Ah. And where is Walter going?
Guessing jumping the gun and going straight back. No?
Can't know the keys.
Have we? Walter hasn't checked the darkroom chest, has they? Have they? Has any of our runners been able to?
I don't think so.
I
Even though
don't
they had
think they
lamp
have
for
the
ages.
key.
Walter!
They had the key for a while.
Oh.
Walter is being a smart Alec, trying to set up a bomb jump.
The Dark Shadow, you mean?
Yeah, Dark Shadows is trying to be smart here. Trying to skip the fire puzzle here. Trying to do a fire rod list.
Oh, Walther was going to the dark chest and escape, never having checked that.
Which
But
was
there's nothing there.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said they were going up Hackett Tower, and I was like, what?
No, and then I realized, wait, no key.
But now they can go inside Misery Mire there.
Yeah, and they're most likely going to find a one-way trip to either Turtle Rock or Skull Woods.
Or both.
No. No, they're gonna find like the fire rod in here. Most likely.
Now, do keep in mind there that what was the first item that we got at Link's house? We had the flute. Because, yes, you were going to need it.
That's already evidenced by some of the earlier shenanigans.
Nice Turbo KO there with the Wiz Robes.
I mean, I may be trolly there, but I'm not cruel.
Alright, so we're going over here now with Walder.
Alright, with that switch hit there, we can check this chest here underneath the switch, and inside we find the book.
Oh boy, literature!
Something tells me we're not done here, though.
Oh, what the?
Well, you're here anyway. And if the
Oh,
planet senses are tingling,
Yeah, if I play this since they're tingling, that book, the tablets have each of the big keys for Meyer and Turtle Rock, don't they?
well, we'll see how it goes.
I've started not like this, can you tell?
Wait, did you say you're starting to like this or not like this?
Not like this.
I'm just sitting here having a good time.
And we're gonna go ahead and see what cutscene chest has for Walter. And Dark Shadows is right on their tail. They're about to begin the puzzle themselves.
And New Life is just entering in Meyer right now.
And in the cutscene chest, we have 3 bombs.
Now, quick question here for you, Fox. How many items did you place down in this seed?
Well, personally, you mean?
Yeah, like, I'm just like, general, like, how many of the items you put in there, like, say, like, all the progression items, or what have you?
Well, mainly the IHNN and I, we planned out this big, this section right here, there, and we planned out the Eastern Palace and Pod Flip Flop there. We planned the four dungeon loop there, and all the items that we would need to require to that per se. So I mean, we did not place all the trash items there. We did place all the heart pieces. We did place all the full hearts there, and we put a lot of the safety items manually as well, just to reward general exploration.
So probably on a good percentage, probably about maybe 78% of the items.
I believe we ended up placing all the named items there. We did not place any of the trash things, although IHN placed the compasses because he thought that was hilarious.
Okay.
And we see Walter leaving Meyer.
Probably to check ped real quick.
Oh yeah, this is a pet check. Absolutely. And I don't blame him. Yeah, folks, if you're enjoying this run, once again, make sure to give our 4 runners a follow here. They're going through one heck of a seed, I can show you that. And while you're at it, make sure to give our trackers epicYoshi and itsu demo a follow as we find... Are you kidding me?
Shovel?
Master Shovel! Do you need it? Do you not? We don't know! Of course, seeing what you've already seen through here, what do you think?
Most likely. Because given most plandos end up being, how much can I hundo people?
Alright, well, getting back to what I was saying here, make sure to also give our Restreamer or Yonniman a follow, as well as, well, I guess, us here at the commentary booth, me and UltraX. I'm not sure about this PhantomFox guy anymore. Just saying.
It's all in the name.
Which, I mean, practically you're a yokai.
To be fair there, I tried to make it as not as least miserable as possible having done this there.
Oop, and Bombo's tablet had a mushroom.
Oh my goodness, all the fetch quests are coming into play now. All of them.
Yes, but this is also Keysanity. That means I have even more to play with.
Oh boy. And
So, I mean, if you haven't figured it out already, the question is, how long can I possibly make this?
There's
Answer. Answer? Very.
Let me guess, Ether has the fire rod.
I mean, once you grab all the logic that, you just have to follow the path, the linear path of how trolly can I possibly make this? And then you know exactly what's going to happen.
Indeed.
Yeah, I was already expecting it, to be honest. I kind of saw it from, like, the beginning.
However, I've tried to make the initial part leading up to this big part as interesting and also as well, as painless as possible. To a certain degree there. I think Rachlend would disagree with me.
Yeah, I think I would disagree with you severely.
Yeah, probably not be suitable for our street game, that's for sure.
Yeah, let's guess what's in Ether here. I wonder. It couldn't possibly be... Oh, what's left? It's its fetch quest item. The cape? Yeah.
I just realized, did Dark Shadow never get the lamp?
Oh, it's just a compass. Tahara. Of course it is. Dark Shadows does have the lamp.
Huh.
Every runner has a lamp. They full cleared, with the exception of Rashland, they full cleared, what am I trying to say? They full cleared Eastern and Pod.
Which had all those items, okay.
Alright, so here we go. We're going to dip into Turtle Rock here. Oh,
Because they still, I don't think
this
they
really
have
is... This...
Do they have the basement key? Do they have basement key for Hera? Because that may be... Compass
yeah, they already have the basement key for Hera.
Oh boy, I'm thinking there's something down there. Because that may be what the compass was hitting about.
And now I see, and now I finally realize why this is version 28 of the Keysanity logic. Because in version 29, in order for a dungeon to become clearable, you need the map and the compass available to you beforehand.
Yeah, that might restrict a few things there, but I would still think they... I mean, the honest thing, this is inspired by whenever anyone goes into GT without all progression items, you see the chat erupt with, what's the worst possible scenario that could happen? Now we have our answer.
Everything.
Yeah. Not too happy with this.
Well, I do apologize there, but it is. I did find the concept interesting in its own right.
It's entertaining to watch, at least. Probably not as much to play, though, given these runners.
Yeah. And I just realized exactly where the next progression item is. It's not in Turtle Rock.
Oh, there's the mirror shield, so laser bridge is a thing. Laser bridge is a thing.
Nope. Not yet. No big key.
True.
No, but what is that? You know what is in play? Mimic Cave.
Oh boy.
So I mean, yeah, one of the design goals was to make this section as long as possible there, but also to give you plenty of hearts, plenty of defenses there, give you potions and mail and whatnot there, and lots of invincibility. You got the Cane of Burnout that you can play with. So, yeah.
No butter sword though, sadly.
We did see it, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Library. Which requires boots, which means they have to be somewhere. Are you finally taking care of the Armos Knights?
And here we go with checking the outskirts here, where you will see what Mimic Cave has in store for us. All three of our runners that are still kind of neck and neck here are in the same dungeon.
All right, here we're checking Mimic Cave.
And let us see what's here, because I have this sneaking suspicion that we are not going to like what we find here.
Is it your mother? No, it's the big key to Misery Mire.
Of course. Of course it is!
I'll do my best. I can't remember his name. I'll do my best Mr. Pope impression. It was like, you're going back. Walther, you have the mirror.
I think Walter is just plumb forgotten.
The thing is, though, he uses it outside the dungeons. It's not so much in them.
And he just died in the same room he was in.
Damn.
Oh, that's a good point there. Walther is setting up the hard reset to check that chest in the middle.
Ah, that is smart. So he'll do a reset to keep his key.
And was for a piece of heart.
He's doing saving quit strats. All right, he's doing hard reset strats.
Helpful. Meanwhile, Dark Shadows is already back in Mire by the looks of things. In the big key, we find a vanilla small key. Useful.
Alright.
But now we can actually get to Vitreous.
And it puts that whole cutscene chest in logic as well. Or at least so I've been told.
Thankfully, it's not all that long a trip back to Vitreous from here.
Yeah, but what is they gonna have next? Let me guess. It's gonna be the Turtle Rock Big Key. No. No, it's no. It's not gonna be Turtle Rock Big Key. It's gonna be the Fire Rod, isn't it?
Now, where did I put that fire rod?
It's gonna be Fire Rod because then the two chests in Skull Woods can be the Ice Rod and the Turtle Rock Big Key, respectively. Because that's what you want to do with this seed. And full disclosure, once again, folks, I have not played this seed, but I am starting to, but I've been seeing all the trolls come into play here in front of me.
I mean, they're kind of obvious.
I mean, once you understand how everything is going, yeah. But we've got Dark Shadows heading into Vitreous right now, with the others not too far behind them.
Doing spin strats here.
Sadly, no button mashing cape strats for us here tonight.
And now Burna Strats with half magic.
Oh, that poor frame rate.
Rep the frames. I do not know if you've seen the bumper cave item. No.
I believe, well, I think that we saw that it was something, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Yeah.
No, Turtle Rock Big Key. Mm.
Which means I think we've seen just about every big key except for GT.
We have not seen the Skullwoods big key.
Because we have seen one key, but it was in Lumberjack.
Yep, and I'm still saying it's all gonna eventually thin down to that being the big hit against Tower. I'm still calling you that.
At this point, it's very likely.
I mean, it's a 50-50 shot, but I was guessing it right from once we saw the Moon Pearl in GT, or Agate Tower rather. And
we've got Walther and New Life with synchronized Vitreous fights.
Oh, not super synced.
Well, pretty close.
And Walther going with sword strats. Doesn't want to waste the ammo.
Can't blame him.
Get those corner traps going.
And down goes the eyeball.
With Rachlend, she's taking care of Helmasaur.
A stomp that could be a triple dip, or it could be that the fire and ice rods are on Laser Bridge. We don't know yet. But we're about to find out with Dark Shadows approaching the entry to Myra. We are past the 2-hour mark for all of our runners. Ooh, this is a long one.
Indeed.
You know you're in for a... I guess we should have known what we were in for with the name of the Scenic route. But jeez.
It was either that or a Hyrule Grand Tour.
Oof.
Wow.
Stay hydrated, kids.
So yeah, I was like, for everyone who enjoys a good Ganon troll there, at least it isn't this.
Yeah. You probably took one of the worst ideas you could have thought of and ran with it all the way.
Oh no, and Walther's stuck by a dead rock.
Dead rocks! We're still missing the Ganstar Big Key, yes, Strom. And we have seen a GT Big Key, or we have seen a Big Key rather, on Lumberjack Cave. I am highly suspicious.
Thinking emoji?
You're not helping!
Apologies.
Anyway, folks, we're seeing Dark Shadow's about to check the Turtle Rock Big Chest here. And Rachlend is trying to go up the target. There's the fire rod, it looks like. Wait, there's the... This is a triple dip GT, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Well, let's see what's on Laser Bridge. We got another chest before then. And no keys. No keys.
Oops.
So it's now off to Skull Woods for Dark Shadows. However, Walter,
Because of his strats earlier with the reset, still has his.
exactly. So he will be at least be able to get the laser bridge and save himself what might be a trip up the mountain. But let's be real. Oh, I think the Skull Woods Mothgill area has the ice rod, and maybe the others, one or two of the other small keys.
Do they have the big key to, or actually, hold up.
He's probably looking at the spoiler log.
Sorry, I can never remember which bosses require the big key and which don't. I wrote this down at one point there, but I've lost it since then.
The only two bosses that don't require their big key are Argus and Mothula. Coaster also technically does not need its big key, but only if you have if you do the Ice Pass bomb jump. And Shadows is starting by going back to check the upper area of the dungeon with the torch puzzle.
Not a bad place to check. New Life's doing the fire rod check as well.
And we're seeing Laser Rich here. 3 bombs, piece of heart, and 20 rupees on Darsh's in. Another piece of heart. Arrow booster. And 10 arrows. Yeah, I expected that much. And he remembers he has the mirror this time.
This is,
Not done with the dungeon yet, though. More than likely going to backtrack to check the upper chest, but at this point we know it's off the Skull Woods with us.
And Rachlend is going to check,
The pyramid fair. Be happy to find that hook shot.
Actually, wait a minute. I know what you've done.
Oh, really?
You put the ice rod on Sarhasla because the Skull Woods is our green pendant. We have not been able to check Sarhasla this entire time. It makes sense you put the remaining items you need for Turtle Rock in those 3 locations, including that pendant.
Well, we have to see what else we have in store here.
Yeah, we certainly do. New Life, already in Skullwoods though, going straight to the back. Gonna grab this key real quick, so that he does not have to fight a Gibdo later.
Always useful.
mm-hmm.
Dark Shadow's right behind them. Unfortunately, while they're taking the bait, ate in full because of their sequence break.
Well, to be fair, IHN, and they were playing at 5 a.m.
Alright, so now we're gonna see the moth. And I did not see what that first chest had. I was not paying attention.
I think like a small key or something.
Alright, well here's the moth fight. From New Life.
Sadly, no bees.
No bees. Keeps knocking into
And
spike.
down goes Mothula, and Mothula does give us these silver arrows.
Alright, so we at least have that. But the question is, what does this pendant unlock for us?
The key to your heart. I made that joke before, dang it.
Well, we're 2 hours and 15 minutes in there. I think we're allowed some repeats.
At least we don't have to worry about any blind pulls.
Nope. But on the other hand, we now don't have to hunt around for the silver arrows either there. Silverless strats are not required.
At least that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Although those would have probably been nice to have for Vitreous.
Oh, yeah.
And... Right, can't pull Ped yet.
Nope. Need one more pendant, which requires one more.
And here we're heading into Sasha's hut there. What does Sasha give us?
Let's see, Salad Shooter, what you giving us, old man? And Dark Shadow's checking the pad.
Knows it's shovel. And it's vanilla. No, it's the cape.
Which means bumper.
Interesting. Alright, you've intrigued me now, PhantomFox. I don't necessarily like this logic line you've made, but I'm intrigued.
Alright, so they're going over to Bumper Cave there. What did we see on Bumper Cave?
I don't remember. It's been too
Don't
long.
remember. This seed, it just keeps going and going.
We need the Energizer Rabbit would probably drain its battery playing this seed.
Like the scenic routes you usually take on a road trip, they're usually never worth it because they're so long. It's a big key.
Oh, it's that has to be the big key to Skull Woods. There's no way. There's no way the seed just ends now.
Especially because, again, we've had a setup for a Aga 1 Cliffs Lumberjack key for a while now.
Oh, it could be Swamp as well, I just realized. We don't have the Swamp Big Key.
Which means more backtracking.
Today it is the Skull Woods Big Key.
Go back to the place you just had to go do in order to get this.
Well, to be fair, you are right there, so... And all you have to do is just jump in there, do one bomb jump, and bam, there you go. Or you can take the long route if you really want to.
If you don't feel comfortable with bomb jumps. It's an easy bomb jump.
Oh.
The Moldorms won't get in your way. And there's the other rod.
There's the Ice Rod. And it's some demo saying the Lumberjack key might be Swamp and the big GTB keys in Swamp Big Chest. That's eviler than I give it credit for. That could actually be it.
Question is, where the hell's our boots?
You know what? I know exactly where our boots are.
Probably off in GT.
No, the turtle is wearing. The turtle's wearing them. Most of them likely. Just because it's a joke. Because I can see the joke they're trying to make here. Turtles are slow. Oh no, they want them to go fast.
I mean, if it's Trinix that has them, it would be more technically the snakes, which is even funnier, because snakes don't have feet.
I suppose that is true. Yeah, the second form does not have feet. Yeah, make sure to give our trackers a follow there. Their names are down there. epicYoshi. Also give our Yonniman here, our Restreamer, follow. Once again, I'm not sure about PhantomFox here, but I guess us three here on the commentary side, that you can give us a follow too.
Well,
But,
if I have to have a trickster animal in my name there, I might as well earn it.
But more importantly, our Forerunners, they deserve the follow. They're going through
Yes,
this.
they do.
They
Our
absolutely...
intrepid guinea pigs. Well, actually, not 100% guinea pigs, but you know what I mean. They definitely deserve all the kudos for putting up with me.
Yes, I expect they're going to have some words for you, though. Especially Rachlend.
What?
Oh, we got Newlove heading up into Ganon's tower. They can go into and check that chest in Ganon's tower now.
Oh,
on the right side.
We forgot about these. And it's right next to the Turtle Rock, so why not? You're nearby. Might as well.
May cause an extra dip into Ganon.
Yeah, but this is fine. I can get behind this play.
I'm pretty sure they give Dokimos for late.
And Dark Shadow's making the same call.
They know how things work.
Rachlend checking that map to remember where the heck they're going.
Comes to Turtle Rock, comes to Mire. Small
key to Turtle Rock. Small key to Turtle Rock.
Ah, yes, there's the other two small keys. You had to go to the paths of GT to get these small keys. These are
To be fair, Turtle Rock is right there, so it's not that far of a walk.
No.
And you have the mirror.
That's still rude.
I think we're beyond the point of this being rude, but you know what I mean.
Any Rykar Raiders or subs in the chat, please give me that Rykar.
I would say something, but sadly it's against the rules to say it.
Yeah, don't expletives here.
Yep.
I've had that Rykar root thrown at me several times. And it was for a randomly generated seed, I might add.
Well, thankfully, was it Welser or Dark Shadows that made the reset play there? Since they'll have one extra key, and don't even need to check Laser Bridge.
Walther made the reset play, so they will save some time in the long run.
And once they...
The Bedrock isn't getting their way first. Worst of enemies, Dead Rocks.
And meanwhile, Rachlend has making progress here, now working their way to Lammo. Almost ready to start making the dip into Turtle Rock themselves and just realize how much further the rabbit hole goes. If I were her, I don't blame her if she forfeits after seeing Powder. Like, saying, really? You're making this go on for this much longer?
That is if the time doesn't run out on them. That...
No,
Yes,
they don't have that much far to go, I don't think. Let me check.
Well, our three runners might not run out of time. The other three might not run out of time. Rashland's gonna hit the limit.
She'll at least get the GT. They'll at least get the GT before the 3-hour mark, but at the same time, by that point, the other three might be done.
Yeah.
Just one of those situations is all.
And here we go with
One other small grace there is that we did provide the mirror shield before Laser Bridge there, so you don't have to do those annoying laser skips.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's the mirror shield. It's gonna lag the game just a little bit.
It also just doesn't look that aesthetically pleasing. Like, come on.
No, even so.
Even the mirror shield from the 3D games looks better.
Well, which version? Wind Waker or Ocarina of Time?
I was gonna say actually, well, the Ocarina of Time one looks interesting as well, but you also forget the mirror shield was in Majora's Mask.
I forgot about that version.
Oh, the one with the weird
Screaming
face on it.
The face that
Because
looks
everything, because everything in Majora's Mask is creepy in some aspect. But we've got Trinex coming up right next.
Yep, here comes the triple-necked beast.
Actually, Yonniman, it was there were the two versions in Ocarina of Time. There was the one with the moon version, and then there was the altered version with the weird rune on it. But the moon version was in the US version, just only in the 1.0 cartridges, which I have.
I gave all my other N64 stuff away after I got the Virtual Console stuff, I think.
And that is a nice kill for Trinex there on New Life. And let's see if I'm right. Trinex drops
A map.
The
That's
Turtle
what-
Rock!
It's well, time for ped pull, little folks. I guess get the pedestal hype going, because, well, we know by now that it is a ped seed. There's no dodging it. There's no other line of logic. It is pull that master shovel and dig up whatever the next piece of the puzzle is.
For chivalry.
I knew you would go there. Somehow, I knew you would go there.
And Dark Shadows finishing off Trinex right behind New Life there.
And Walter's getting slowly behind.
Meanwhile, Rachlend is in Ice Palace.
Head high!
And here we go, folks. We draw the Master Shovel.
It's
Shovel
vaguely
Knight.
sword-shaped, right?
Shovel Knight would agree.
So and I would also knock you on your feet with it. Alright, what is at the dig spot?
I'm gonna guess the key need to get into Aga.
Nope. I have a feeling. I just have this gut feeling. That it's going to be... I'm just gonna wait to see it. It's a big key! The swamp! I knew it! It's GT on the freaking Aga Tower!
I mean, that was kind of obvious.
So Aga's required! Wow!
It's a hundo!
Okay, PhantomFox, remind me not to play any of your seeds in the future.
Okay, this is the only one I'll do it like this there. The rest I haven't even thought of a decent idea to do for another one that someone else hasn't already done.
Super Jet.
We got Concord coming up later in this thing.
Oh man, that's gonna be fun to run.
That's gonna be fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
I might tune into that one.
You're gonna see me fail-tastically. As much as I think I pride myself at least playing decently well, doesn't mean I quite know the speed strats.
All right.
Where are
Let
those? Where are the DOS boots?
You know, of all the walking around there, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Molder just as a joke to say, "Hey, you've done a lot of walking. Do you need a new pair of footwear?" I would not put it past Phantom to do that, but we'll see. It might be just,
Nah, I'm not that mean.
Well,
It's-
again,
it
they're
might just be
required.
here. It might just be here in the. Actually, no. What am I kidding? Who am I kidding? It's gonna be the small key to GT, the Agate Tower, so we have to do a triple dip Agate Tower. And then it's gonna be like, I don't know, boots or something.
Well, boots are required because they're needed to get the GT key. Because that's on the lumberjack cliff.
Yeah, but I can also imagine them hiding one of the keys, or both the keys even, in the bonk locations.
Then Walter pushing some bombs to create some epic explosions while he pulls the Master Shovel.
And there they are, boots at the Wood's big chest.
Swamp Palace, big chest.
Whatever. This thing is going on for 2.5 hours.
I think I originally had them the other way around, but then we had changed it for some reason.
Regardless, they're gonna start checking boots locations.
Actually, I
They
think
can also pick up the butter sword if they really feel like it.
yeah. Which is a boots location. And super speed into fail. I'm trying to think of some of the other bonk locations there could be.
I think I know which one New Life's going to. What do we see on the torch in GT?
No, wasn't that...
That was a
TB?
small. That was a small key there, and we've already got all the GT big keys. Matter of fact, the only small key we don't have, according to these trackers, is we don't have the small key to Tower of Hera. And the 2 Castle Tower small keys. And that's how you made this a triple dip Agate Tower. I'm now seeing it.
Not until the very end.
This is gonna be, I'm just gonna call this right now. This is gonna be an Agate Tower small key. They go in to Agate Tower to get that second chance, and it's the Tower of Hera small key. They go up the Tower of Hera, and it's the and it's the other Castle Tower small key. Yep. Already third of the right there. Yeah, Storm is seeing that same logic that I saw. Yeah, other things we haven't checked yet are the Bonk Rocks and the Kingstone, but we're not going to see that. Looks like. That's more than likely our last 2 card containers now I'm looking at this. Yeah, just bombs. And our chest will be getting...
His sword of Buddha. If after he stops, there you go.
And Rachlend is still in ice. And this is their her final crystal dungeon, so we will be seeing her go to GT very soon, but like, here's the small key to Tower Hera. Knew it!
Basement time!
And here's King.
I will say that we are very near the end, though.
Yeah, King's 2 is a piece hard, so without a doubt, this is the Castle Tower small key, and thus we are now in go, and that'll officially put us in go mode. Because we'll know everything.
I mean, if they haven't figured out that everything is How long can I make this chain? Possibly make this chain?
How much hundo can you make this hundo?
Trooper's gonna, yes, you can hold your sword position. And then start a charge up with the dash, and then immediately and push into the rock, and you can open up Keysanity that way. But New Life is starting to see the light at the end of this long tunnel.
But first a water break.
Yes.
Which I mean to get a refill soon.
I've got a refill when I took that breakaway, that walk
Well,
away.
given the runners is taking a break, I'm gonna take one myself.
All right. Yeah, True Pixel Gamer is pointing out that we do have a mirror shield on True Pixel Gamer. Matter of fact, all three of our runners have it. And there's the other cast. I knew it. All right, go mode for New Life. 2 hours, 38 minutes, 40 seconds. He knows that Agate Tower is the final big key. You pre-placed every single key in this seed, PhantomFox.
Pretty well. I have no name helped a lot too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just kept going back and forth. I was like, wait, I think I can make this chain even longer. What if we do this? So this is literally the longest chain that we could possibly come up to do this there. If randomizer ever trolls you, at least you can say it was. I've seen worse.
Yeah, I can safely say I've seen worse, but it was planned. And if this seat ever comes up in a randomized thing, I'm just going to say no and just forfeit immediately. But New Life making their final climb up Agate Tower.
With
Dark Shadow
Butter
Street
Sword,
Life.
Red Mail, they should tear this up in ribbons, no problem.
Actually, New Life only has Tempered.
Oh, so they do. Okay.
Never
Decided not to go to the library. All right. Fair enough.
Doesn't really matter against Aghanim because the net would work against him no problem even.
Alright, folks. Here's a game we'd like to play with Aghanim. How many blue balls are we gonna get? Knowing PhantomFox here, I'm pretty sure he made sure to re-roll the seed until it was 15 blue balls. But what's your guess?
I'm not even sure how to do that.
You just re-roll the seed until you get one that has 15 blue balls.
Well, yes, but then I have to play through the seed this many times, this long for each time to be able to figure that out.
Could just hack the seed real quick to check.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that. The worst thing I've done is, well, I'm not gonna say.
Well, we made it super troll, but we did not make it. We did give you a lot of leeway with things.
Alright, so in that regard, I'm just gonna say that it's gonna be 3 blue balls. Let's be. After all the heck, I want to see 0, but that's not gonna happen, and I know it.
I'm gonna call 0 just because you didn't.
I hope people are still not falling asleep here in chat after the scene. We are finally at the end of the tunnel here. New Life is in go mode.
Most people are probably getting off getting dinner.
Someone is going the full troll. No, wait, I have no name of saying full troll. 15 blue balls. You, sir, are evil.
Oh,
There's
one.
one.
I'm out.
There's one. Nope. It's not 15. So, I know a name is out. It's only 1 blue ball this far. And 3 hits, so if it follows that same pattern, That's 5. One more hit.
Just one blue ball.
You may want to get that checked out, dude.
Why do you think I made this seed?
Alright, so New Life has defeated Aga 1 and can now finally get the Ganon Tower Big Key from the Lumberjack Cave. And Stom, there can only be 15 blue balls because the first one, because Aghanim is in a set cycle in which they do 4 shots and then the lightning attack. The first shot will always be an orange shot that you can reflect. The rest are more or less a gamble of whether or not he decides to throw a blue ball or another orange shot. Yeah, I think they're more or less 50-50s as well.
And there's the big key to Ganon's tower.
New Life can finally ascend and end this nightmare for us. Well, you say it's separate post-lightning, but the lightning's actually at the end of the chain. The beginning of the chain is the first, there's guaranteed orange sphere. Yeah, Century's got it right. Orange, blue, 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 lightning times 5. That is essentially how the 15 Aga blue ball works. Because if you can reflect, and that's also assuming you don't miss a single blue ball orange shot, because then otherwise that can get longer. But anyway, folks, New Life is in the Dark World, about to enter Ganon's Tower for the 3rd time. Has more than enough keys to ascend the rest of the way.
Dark Shadow taking care of Aghanim, whereas Walter is slowly getting his way to Aghanim 1. And Rachlend still in Ice Palace.
Yeah. She is a trooper, though. She is running through the sea pretty well.
Yeah, that is very commendable. I applaud her.
Even though she's only going to be about 2/3 of the way there once she gets done with all the crystals.
Alright, Walter the 4th is on their way up to Aga. And then Dark Shadows is starting their Aga fight. And New Life is about to enter what we like to call the Gauntlet. Nothing but combat rooms on the next floor. With one break.
And Dark Shadows just finished his Aga fight with Walter getting into his. While Rachlend is dealing with Cold Stare. A little surprised New Life didn't get the Butter Sword, but doesn't really need that much help.
Oh,
Yeah,
and Rachlend has a fairy. Thank goodness.
Yeah, Rachlend is still struggling. Has made a Cold Stare, though. You know, that's something else we missed. We have not seen the Ice Palace Big Key, it looks like. Oh, no, we have. Dark Shadows did not get it.
There's, I think, just a piece of heart in that chest.
Not a big deal.
Well, it's meant to get down here to the cold stare. Oh no, Rachlend! Rachlend, no!
Oh, she has another one.
All right. Good
And we're
going.
also using bug net strats on Aga 1.
The hype strats.
All right, one eyeball down. Has to
That
be
makes things a
careful
little bit
though.
easier.
Has to be careful. That, according to our tracker, Rachlend is out of fairies, but does have a red potion. So that means they have 3 bottles.
Got that back all the way in Zelda's cell. And that's another eyeball down.
That potion's probably not that tasty, though.
And there it is. Good job for Rachlend. Meanwhile, New Life is onto my favorite set of rooms.
The insta-kill rooms.
With the dead wizards. Why are the wizards dead in this segment but aren't in Mire? I still don't get it.
Maybe they're supposed to be like the more dangerous version, but they're just
Even though they're the exact same statage.
Oh, and Dark Shadows gets dead rocked at the entrance to the.
Dead Rocks have just been evil this season, along with everything else.
That one is not my doing. I promise.
Yeah, Dead Rocks are just Can I hex edit them to be vulnerable to the hammer like they are in Between Worlds, please? And thank you.
Sure, go ahead, be my guest. I don't like them either.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do.
I want to say you can powder them.
Yeah, and it turns them into chew blobs.
More manageable, at least.
Yeah.
Speaking of manageable, Double Fairy.
Easy Double Fairy. I kind of want to see what Moldorm has, but here we go with the Moldorm 2 fight.
Ooh, nearly got knocked off there.
1 slash and a spin should be enough. There he goes. New Life is ignoring the cast.
He's been ignoring the last
out.
chest.
I don't blame him. He wants out.
At best, it's probably all just gonna be like last-minute heart containers or pieces of art.
I think those are all been accounted for.
Oh, he's still missing 2 hearts.
Now to round 2 for Aghanim. He just got back up from the round 1 fight, and now it's time for round 2.
This time with more zapping.
Yes.
Balling.
And for those wondering, it is still 6 hits, but every single one of the projectiles this copy fires does count.
So that was a real quick fight.
And Aga 2 is finally down, and I can now finally say it is now time to fight the pig.
It's time to get some bacon.
Ugh.
Hopefully we'll be done by just under the 3-hour mark.
12 slashes with tempered. And perfect in this first 2. Another 4. And then 4 silvers straight to the Ganon's snout. What does Ganon have to say for the seed? Does he defend you?
You know, the big innocent heaviest cheese weighed 57 points for the pounds and some mod crap.
Cheese facts! Not helpful, Ganon. Come on.
Now, New Life is pretty much guaranteed to get first, but if he does mess up, Dark Shadows and Walter could snipe him.
Alright, now he's got cape strats. He's gonna have an easy time with this. And if I recall right, he still has that blue potion from Cold Stare.
From Cold Stare, yes.
And we are joined by I have no name in the call here.
Yeah, I
Hello.
noticed things were starting to wrap up. Which means I should be here for potential question answering.
Yeah, we have some questions for you, alright.
Why, first of all?
Don't blame me for the idea. I had nothing to do with this idea. I just made it a
sure.
reality.
And Rachlend is going into Ganon's tower right now.
As everyone's starting the ascent, I can assume, I would not be surprised if we see at least 1 forfeit from this.
Poor Rachlend. That hunt that almost hour-long hunt to get
The Moon Pearl.
She did find it. She did
found
find it.
She
She
found
did
it.
get its tower.
Oh, New Life did not get the lantern strats.
I mean, it
not the end
doesn't
of the
really
world.
matter too much when you have half magic and silvers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the end of the world, but very much annoying.
Annoying is trying to do silverless like that.
I've seen it.
I've done it. I have
Ugh.
missed Torch Glitch on Silverless, but that is the last
And New
Silver Arrow.
Life is done!
And New Life is officially clocked in, but I shall announce the time here once he enters the door. New Life is finished his seed with a time of 2 hours, 53 minutes flat. And it's just said, wow. Wow!
Recall that he entered Ganon's tower the first time around an hour and 10 minutes ago.
Yeah!
What a journey.
What a journey that was. That certainly lived up to its name, but
I want to say this was a hundo. I want to say this was a hundo seed.
this was a hundo no hado. More or less.
I thought it was the fetch quest to end all fetch quests.
Like that
Pretty
too.
much.
All
That
right.
too.
I'm gonna give him some GGs in here and then see if he wants to be pulled in for an interview. 'Cause I'm
pretty sure he wants to cuss me out right now.
I can't do that on air.
and here's New Life. New Life.
Congratulations! How much do you hate me now?
I hate you. I hate you so much. I don't know who you are, but I hate you. Who
What
made
is
the
his
seed?
name?
We have New Life here in the. There's this. We hated this scene along with you. Don't worry. I'm. Once I saw that Moon Pearl was at
Aga
Aga
one.
1, I was like, this is the triple dip Aga Tower, isn't it? I didn't think it would be that big though.
Like, at when I found Moon Pearl, I was stuck. I was stuck for like 5 minutes because I was really confused what I was missing.
Well, don't worry. Poor
And
Rachlend
then I
got
found-
stuck for over an hour.
And then I found the Moon Pearl in Aghanim's tower, and from that moment, I knew that slowly we would get one key to Aghanim's tower to get one thing, then another one to finally beat it and get the Ganon's tower key from the tree.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Well, it was pretty much no surprise that once we found the Moon Pearl, that that was the Ganon Tower big key.
Oh my god.
The initial inspiration of the seed was people speculating on what's the worst possible case scenarios whenever you have to double dip Ganon's tower. I was like, so what is the worst possible scenario? And thus this was born.
You know,
Originally, the Moon Pearl was in Checkerboard Cave, but then you can blame me. I have no name. I did some of the logic for this. I had the idea, what if you had to go to Checkerboard to get it out of Hakenim's tower? Because people forget that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I did-
So
I
that
did
was my
too.
fault.
No, but after like, there was so much like double, triple, quadra dipping dungeons, and that made it so painful. It made it
Well,
so painful.
To follow up on your New Life, you weren't set too far behind. Dark Shadows is currently on the Ganon fight. Walther's about to start, but poor Rashland just is in their first dip of Janus Tower.
Oh,
Poor Rashland.
Yeah, you were the third one to enter Ganon's tower at 143. Walther got there at 140 flat, and
wow.
is just getting into Ganon now.
Well, so I
It-
caught up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of it came down.
Oh, Dark Shadow's got a double, almost a triple there.
Let's say they were trying to get the quadruple, because that is like the golden snitch here, is to get the quadruple hit.
You can only
And
get
this
the
is
one of
an
Ganon's in the
arrow.
top left.
After-
What gets it? I think. Did he
After
get it
my
in time?
poor choice of routing at the beginning, I did not expect to win this race because I did a lot of like, I was getting desperate because I lost so much time at the beginning, so I was taking a lot of gambles, like getting the lamp and then leaving pod to finish
And-
desert because I wanted to get rid of that as quick as possible, and then entering swamp really early.
And the Flute Scoop sleeps again forever. And Dark
Uh-huh.
Shadows has finished in second place with a time of 2:57:02. and comments with "Rip that free quad." That was indeed him attempting to do a quad. He set up for it in the lower left.
GG's. I mean, it was very painful. It was really
Despite how
your
painful that we
was-
made it there, we tried to make it as conveniently painful as possible. And I was
It
like,
could
it
have
could
been
have been worse. We could have been like stingy on the storage. We could have been stingy with the hearts there.
The pre-GT stuff could have been so much worse.
And then when I got boots, I was like, okay, this is gonna be Ganon's tower. I'm not even gonna bother with the grave and the bunker. I know it's Ganon's tower.
All right,
Yeah.
Dark Shadows is ready to be pulled in here. Let's get him
Gold
in.
Sword was in King's team, by the way.
Hello, Dark Shadows. How much do you hate me now?
Perfect way to enter this conversation. By the way, Dark
Well, that's
Shadows-
what everyone's thinking there. I must.
Oh, Gold Sword with library. Oops.
Yeah, library was the gold sword.
Yeah.
What was actually at King's Tomb was the piece of heart.
Okay, I
Oh.
must have been remembering another seed at some point then.
Yeah.
Well,
There
that's
are
good
quite.
to know.
You
Yeah,
did
Dark
Dark
Shadows.
Shadows? We're not hearing it right now.
And Walter has finished with a time of 2:58.26. And is also in the
Oh,
waiting
we were-
room. Let's pull him in as well.
We were all really close.
Walter.
That
Can you
was
hear me
really
now?
close.
yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you, Dark Shadows, and welcome
Dark
Walter as
Shadows,
well.
Walter. Do you hate PhantomFox? Do you want to vent him a little bit? Go right ahead.
Be my
Floor
guest.
is yours.
I deserve it.
Floor is yours.
Yeah, that was definitely the longest fetch quest train I've been on.
Interesting point. That is the longest fetch coin trust possible as far as we can figure it out.
Certain
Yeah.
steps could go longer by just being farther apart, and I realized in watching this, there could have been an additional step if you entered Ganon's tower with none of the keys for it, and had the first item there lead to keys. But yeah, it's about as long as it gets.
Yeah, it would have felt a lot better if we had the boots.
Yeah, like the problem with this seed was that we didn't have a lot of mobility, so it made it so tiresome to go up, especially to T-Rock 3 times. And
If there wasn't
Ganon's
so much
tower.
stuff locked behind the boots there, I would have given it to you. We remember the item in Link's house, flute. You're gonna need it.
I mean, of the 3 mobility items, flute,
Yeah.
boots, and mirror, you did get 2 of them immediately.
That's true. That's true.
So the last one being very late is less bad.
But yeah, I should probably also mention here, Rachlend is at the 3-hour mark. It's only just realized that that they have to go into other places for the rest of the progression.
A long and winding
Wow,
road.
only 8
Yeah,
bugs.
And poor Rachlend here got trolled super hard by the Moon Pearl. Did not realize it was in the first chest of Agatar. Did not realize she could get to that.
Yeah, you
Right.
were all within 3 minutes entering Ganon's tower.
Well, GG to Walter and GG to Dark Shadow. If you guys can hear me.
Yeah, and GG to you as well, your life.
Thank you for putting up with me through this entire seed.
No, I mean it was fun. Eventually, I started liking it, you know, but it took a lot of me.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Now, I do have a question.
Yes.
Is it about Feast Town?
Yeah.
What was up with that second small key?
Yeah, I was
Okay,
thinking
so
that
when
too.
I was making the seed, we had a couple of mistaken placements in the logic that needed to be worked out. So as I was troubleshooting that, I was putting extra keys in Blind's Hut in order to make that work. Like just as soon as it generated with the extra key, I knew that was the problem. And it turned out the Thieves Town big key or small key placement was originally the problem. Because the original way it was you steal the key, it eventually leads back to Spike Cave, like to the cave in Spike Cave for the key, and if you don't steal the key, then you just get it and it all works out that way anyway. Problem with that was this is outside logic, because the logic wants you to have the small key before you do either blind for the crystal to get to the cape or the big chest for Burna, and that locked out Spike Cave. So that was the problem, and so that's why it was on no logic. But as I was fixing this, I forgot to reset that Blind Hut chest back to random. So there was a second one. Fortunately, nothing game breaking.
Yeah, I got
All it
really
skipped was that you
scared.
got Burner early there, and that's about
Yeah.
it.
That's
Yeah.
all that was. And you could have had burnout early at the cost of delaying blind.
Yeah, I got
So
pretty scared when I saw that second small key for Feastown. I was just thinking that my brain is not working, and I forgot to take
Same.
chest.
Yeah, mistake.
Oh, it
but
was
as far as
clearly
things go,
intentional.
not a
Yes,
bad
it's
one.
psychological. I don't know.
Oh man.
I know for a fact there's nothing like that in the Keysanity one I have coming up in a couple days. Just
I have a
because
question.
that one I was doing it under no logic the whole time, just because I had everything thought out and I played it through, trying to key lock and couldn't.
I have a question about the seed tomorrow, the Concord one. Is that gonna be a Keysanity too, or is that just a regular open?
The Concord is not a Keysanity. The Concord's going to be starting directly from Go mode. You just
Okay.
get the keys from their respective dungeons. Just figure out your ideal route.
Okay, perfect. Just to make sure.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
that's Concord's gonna be real interesting tomorrow. But this seed wasn't bad either, just quite the long one.
Yeah.
Your prize
this
for
one-
the seed is that if you ever get trolled by a randomizer in the future, you can say, "I've had worse."
I have worse. Definitely.
yes,
Definitely.
for those wondering here, Concord, our next randomizer for the Plantathon, will be at 6 p.m. tomorrow. And following that at 10 p.m. is my seed that I made, Revenge of Vitorp.
Oh boy.
199 locations checked though.
I
Me
don't
too.
believe that. I'm pretty sure it was 216 over 216.
I checked 199.
I know I physically checked 212. I left 4 chests in Ganon's tower.
Yeah, I left 4 chests in Swamp. I was gonna go mode Swamp and Ice Palace, because I was pretty sure like Ganon's tower would lead me, not maybe on this big of a fetch quest, but like at least to progression. But I didn't really have the guts to go with everything, so I just skipped a few shots in Swamp instead.
Yeah, you could gamble on that, but then you end up with the Flando that expects you to gamble on that, and then the answer was right
Exactly.
there all along.
That
yeah,
was
And you just did this really long chain of everything as bait.
All right.
Yeah, that's why I didn't take any chances. Except for that last part that I knew that small key in GT was gonna be the last key I needed for Aghanim's tower, so I just went for it.
Yeah, after a certain point
Walther,
there, you
what
just
was
see the
up
pattern.
with that reset in Turtle Rock?
Sorry?
Walther reset in Turtle Rock, like hard reset to save the key.
Yeah, I did it
Oh.
a few times to just shake a few locations and then just reset so I have the key back in case it was nothing.
Didn't
Yeah,
end
that's
up
actually
helping
smart.
here because
Turns
the
out that it
Turtle
was
Rock
not
keys were
necessary.
paired.
Yeah, it turns out that
Yeah.
was not
So I just took a death so I could save and quit. And I was just save and then resetting. Like,
What was really smart, that what I liked like the most like of the seed is that you actually put the 2 small keys on the right side of the GT.
And 2 small keys in the random room on the left side.
Excuse
Oh,
me?
and one thing I was explaining to the audience. Do you want to? I'm sorry. Did you all want to finish first?
Well, I wanted to say that the right side of G Tower had 2 small keys for Turtle Rock, and I like that because even if you saved 1 key in T-Rock, you would still have to go to right side of Ganon's Tower to get at least 1 more key. So I thought that was really well thought.
Yep.
I have no name thought of pretty much everything there.
Yeah, all the small key stuff was pretty much me. The general theme idea and some of the big chains and ideas were PhantomFox. The specific Swamp, Hera, Desert, Thieves Town chain, that was just PhantomFox wanted a chain like that. Wasn't sure it was possible. I found a way to work it out.
Yep, it's a
And-
loop. You can start anywhere in the loop, and you only have to double dip the one you picked first.
And then the Eastern Pod thing was, hey, this totally works, and it allows going back and forth as basically one giant dungeon, which was another idea.
Because if you have mirror, all you need to do is just mirror to the entrance, go through the warp, bam, there you are.
Yeah, I was really mad at myself because of that, because like I said, I grabbed the lamp and left. And when I got back, I saw the bow there, and I was so mad.
So yeah, Walter, I have a question for you specifically. There was quite a few times in which you death warped without, and even though you had the mirror, were some of those mistakes or were some of those intentional?
Like most of the times when I death warped was because I wanted to do a reset in case I didn't find anything. If I didn't have like enough keys for the dungeon. And
I see.
But when I death warped in Castle in Hyrule Castle, it was just a mistake. I wanted to refill my health because it was gonna sequence break the dark sewers, but I forgot that I had a fairy, and right when I death warped, I remembered my area.
And you also had the mirror at the time, so the death warp wasn't exactly helpful either.
Yeah, not really.
Fairy bottles can be some of the trolliest items.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go. I need to do some stuff.
Thank you very much for playing along with for our seed.
No,
Yes.
Thank you for letting me play. It was fun. It was. So.
Trolls and
Have a
walking
great
everywhere
night, guys.
aside, it was fun.
Have a great night. GG's to everyone.
Yep.
See you tomorrow.
See you all tomorrow.
So this had just enough progression in your usual spots to where if you skipped the usual stuff, it kind of came back and bit you.
Yeah, this seed.
I mean, we start you out with flippers, mitts, flute, mirror, a sword, a hammer in the usual spots, or usual check spots. Like, we're generous there. We're not gonna string you out that much. But we're saving that for later.
No, the idea was everything after. Essentially, didn't you originally want it to be this kind of chain for the entire thing? But then I talked you into having the pre-GT stuff be more streamlined, just so that it hits a little harder at that point. It's not just again.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but yeah, I like the way that we ended it up better.
Yeah, at least we didn't have to go like without a sword on all the way to GT. Like we got tempered pretty early, I think.
Yeah,
tempered was in
Checkerboard
Catfish there.
tempered and Catfish, like immediately accessible as soon as you hit the Dark World.
And Rachlend is still going at it.
Like props to her.
I don't know exactly where she is in the giant chain of doom, though.
Is that the official name for it
She's
now?
in what you call Chapter 3, but unfortunately I see that Rachlend has forfeited from the race.
Aw, unfortunate, but understandable.
Want to bring her in?
If she's willing.
She's in the waiting room, so.
Alright.
I mean, I've got the planning spreadsheet up.
As do I there,
So
we can let
we
her
can
know
run
what she
down
missed
what
out.
she got out of.
Alright.
Although I think we ended up switching the big chest for Skullwoods in for Swamp Palace.
Alright,
Maybe, I think so.
Let us get Rachlend in here, please.
Yeah, we did do that.
Okay,
Hello-
Rachlend. Go ahead and yell at him. I know you want to.
It's totally fine. Go
I don't know what I
ahead.
missed. I have had tasks. Like I have had to say this twice. I don't know what I missed.
Did you do Ice Armos?
Oh gosh, it's impossible to get stuff. Ah! Ew! No! Ew! Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm done. Whatever.
Okay.
Do you want to
so-
hear what was after Armos?
Okay,
Probably
so
a
here's the
text
thing.
test, right?
You get this seed.
like the-
This had a playthrough log. Has 30 spheres. You get to Ganon's Tower in sphere 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
You dodged a bullet, basically.
Okay, so basically, here's the rundown on what you skipped out on. Inside Ganon's Tower, powder in the big key chest. For Samaria and Magic Bat, go back to Ganon's Tower to get Ether out of Tile Room. Go get the book from Misery Meyer. Go get Mushroom from Bombo's Tablet. Go get Quake from Witch.
So I
Go to
assume
Mimic Cave. Get the
use
Meyer big key.
Vanilla?
Go to Meyer. Get the Turtle Rock big key off of Vitreous. Go back to Turtle Rock. Get the Fire Rod out of the big chest. Okay, cool. Now go beat Skull Woods. Oh yeah, and don't forget to get the Turtle Rock keys out of Ganon's Tower on Compass Realm. So take that Pendant of Courage from Skull Woods. Go get the cape from Sahasrahla. Go get the Swamp Palace big key from, Skull Woods big key out of Bumper Cave. Okay, you got that? Ice Rod from Skull Woods big chest. Go beat Turtle Rock. Go pull the shovel from the pedestal. Okay, now dig up your Swamp Palace big key. Cool, you did that? Get some boots. Okay, now go bonk the Aga Tower key off Ganon's Tower torch. Go get the Hera key out of Aghanim's Tower. Go get the Aghanim's Tower key out of the Hera Tile Room. And then go beat Aghanim so you can get your Ganon's Tower big key from Lumberjack Tree. That is what you dodged.
Oh boy.
That is literally the longest item chain I've ever seen it. I am so glad you dodged that bullet. That was a This was a routing nightmare.
I actually got slightly stumped on the Ganon's Tower torch. Cause I went through everything. I'm like, wait, this chain didn't end up where I thought where it was. Okay, let me look at my tracker real quick. Wait, why is Ganon's Tower yellow? Oh, torch. Right.
Yeah, somebody else.
I should know that torch very well by now.
Yes.
Somebody else who played this completely spaced on having Compass Worm access. And was very confused when they couldn't find 2 more Turtle Rock keys. It's like, did you make this so it could key lock?
To be fair, he was playing at 5 a.m.
Yeah, I am glad to have given up where I did, because like that invisible bridge, like with just bombs to feel my way around. No, thank you. I don't know how to bomb jump yet.
And Mafro was asking, did Ratch forfeit? Yes, Ratch did forfeit. I do not blame her. She went through pretty bad seed here.
Still a better finish rate than an explosive reaction had.
Oof, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, 75% versus like 60-something percent. Was it 60-something?
Was that the one that had no bombs that you did?
Yep, that was that.
The seed that had no bombs whatsoever. Oh boy. Alright, well...
I wish I could have made that bomb jump on the right side of GT, though.
Yeah, but that only skips a trip in for Turtle Rock keys.
It still would have skipped the trip.
Yeah.
You wouldn't necessarily know it's helpful, though.
And looks like one of our admins wants to step in here real quick and talk.
Go on ahead.
Yeah, go on ahead, Math Girl, if you can hear us. And we're gonna wait for her to get in here.
And again, it was like major props for sticking with this seed as long as you did. There's like this, that was truly some commendable determination. I think we broke her.
Stunned silent.
Route to Ganon.
Yeah.
If you want, I can give you the link. You now have the link so you can inflict this on other people.
I already have the link. That's how I got the seed in the first place.
That's what I realized it halfway through the sentence. I was like, well, you still have it, so you can still inflict this on other people.
Yeah.
If you said this.
Give it to all your friends.
Give it to your worst enemy.
Maybe I should give this to my 2v2 partner.
Oh god.
Yes, do, please. I'd love to see Barnage's reaction.
I don't know who this guy is, but he sounds like he's gonna go through hell in a minute.
And we are joined in here once again by actually one of our admins here, Map Girl.
Can y'all hear?
Yep. I didn't hear.
Alright. Oh, good game, everybody. I think Yoni wants us to just go ahead and plug that there's still the week planned on going on.
Yep,
It is
I've
not
already
over yet.
Yep, I've already mentioned our matches that we got tomorrow coming up. Concord and Revenge of B toward my own seed.
Everything's going on till...
We got seeds going on till Monday.
And I can promise, Revenge of Beatark is going to be very interesting.
I know it's gonna be a good watch.
Yes, it is. I actually had Rachlend
Good
test to
one's
see for
coming
me.
up.
I actually had Rachlend test to see for me last night.
I'd say they're all good.
Oh, you have not seen what I have in store. I've been keeping that seat close to my chest, and for good reason.
Is it worse than what we just went through?
Heck no! If anything, it's gonna feel like a nice spring breeze.
Well, it won't be as long, but
Oh, it's
the
not gonna
difficulty, the execution difficulty could be higher.
But
The
bees.
sadistic level could be higher.
be.
Bees.
No. It's gonna be nowhere near this level. I can already assure you of that.
Don't
Because
forget
I
the
am man
bees.
over-
My
Oh,
never
Like
this
me,
level.
go ahead. Join the Concord. You're on.
Alright, but with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for us to wrap it up here. Once again, make sure to give all 4 of our runners here a follow, along with our trackers, epicYoshi, itsu Demo, and especially give a follow to Rachlend here.
Where's...
She,
I'd say
she's,
I did my the hardest.
yeah. But once again, make sure to give our 4 runners a follow here, and especially Rachlend. She toughed this one out for the long haul. That's for sure. And I give a follow to Yonniman, who is our Restreamer, as well as our 2 devs, PhantomFox and IHNN, although I don't think they deserve it personally.
Hey,
Throw
and,
tomatoes if
we
you feel
totally
like it.
deserve it for
Alright.
figuring out how to construct this.
After this scene, I'm not too sure. But yes, also make sure to give a good friend and co-com UltraX a follow, and I guess myself as well. But for all of us from the Link to the Past Plan-a-thon, we will see you all next time, and thanks for watching. Later, folks.
Take
Good
it
night.
easy, everybody.